Everybody, how are we doing today? Hamma here from the Access Global Network, PlanetSide-universe.com. Joined here by Jenny Boo.
Hi, everyone.
And we're here for a special Squad Beacon. We're going to talk a little bit about the various shenanigans that occurred at SOE Live.
Or the shenanigans that happened last night. I made sure to keep with the SOE Live and Vegas tradition and get Hamma extremely drunk at a party last night.
She did.
And we're kind of both hungover, so it's kind of appropriate.
It actually is.
So I'll be in the channel trying to keep track of any questions you guys might have. So
yeah, we wanted to make sure we kept it, authentic for you guys, so that it would be a it's a straight up SOE Live experience.
I kind of snuck out during F&O last night and got a little shit faced, and then proceeded to text Hamma and say, "I think that you might need to pick me up."
Didn't we just talk about how we weren't gonna to swear on here?
Shitface isn't a swear.
Already just right out there, just boom.
Shitface isn't a swear.
And she says it again.
It's a way of explaining how incredibly drunk I was.
Oh man. All right. Well, anyway, we're going to talk about SOE Live this afternoon. What the hell time is it? Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and talk about SOE Live. And once we're done with that, we may talk about some other topics in the community. We'll see how it goes. And we are joined here by a panel, as always, of course.
And everybody said shitface is a technical term.
It's a technical term?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Apparently.
Well, we'll go with that. If you guys could just let me know if you see any issues out there on the in TV land in terms of the stream, we should be in pretty good shape. I actually have a i7 processor sitting downstairs that needs to be installed in the streaming rig, but I didn't want to risk it before the show, so I'm gonna do that tonight. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring our panel in, and we'll talk about stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
First up, we are joined by, everybody's like, who's he going to call on first? And I am totally going to call on Torkz first because it has to be that way. So we're joined by Torkz.
Jamal Isaac, Senior Art Director for SOE, a.k.a. Player Studio God. It's good to be with you guys today.
Awesome.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. I like it. We'll go with that. Next up, we're joined by Peeperz. Go ahead and say hello.
Hi, everybody.
That's it? Just hi? All right.
Hi. Well, I'm sitting here at home. This is my first time doing this, so...
Yeah, that's fine.
Torkz is like, start off with Peeperz, right? Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's funny. And last up, we have Shylus joining us here.
What's up, everybody? Shylus here from Azure Twilight, venue on Matheson. Happy to be here. Surprised they actually invited me, but hey, it's good to be here and hope to talk about shenanigans because that's what's actually important. Panels be damned.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's pretty much shenanigan hour here.
Everything,
that's what it's going to be.
Everything was a blur at SOE Live.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a crazy event. I mean, it literally is a crazy event. But we'll start off by talking about some stuff that's somewhat on topic, I guess. And talk about the panels that happened there. What about the panels? There's some pretty good PlanetSide 2 panels there this year. Way more than last year. Last year, I think there was like maybe 1 or 2 max. This year, they had quite a few different panels. There were a lot of player-run panels. We had our own panel for PlanetSide Universe, where we had a few devs up there.
ReachCast had one.
ReachCast had a panel. It was really cool. We had a lot of great panels. There was a really neat outfit panel that I was a part of that I showed up 10 minutes late to. Anybody who's there will be like, asshole. So
It was great. All of them were great.
Yeah. So is there any panels in particular that you guys enjoyed more than another, or that you got more info out of than another? And I guess, is there any particular tidbit of info that you learned while you were there that maybe you didn't learn before?
I thoroughly enjoyed the State of the Vanu Sovereignty, the last panel of all of SOE Live. It was awesome.
Really?
I mean, the MLG one was good.
Troll.
What are you doing, man? Just trolling it up.
No, it's great. I'm just not joking. It's
okay,
awesome.
all right, he's being
it's
serious.
great.
He's being serious.
Yeah.
All right, I'll allow it.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that was actually the MLG panel. I wasn't in the Vanu one, but the MLG one was pretty good. What's his? Damn it, I'm forgetting what his name was that organized that.
That was Mono.
Mono, yes. He did a great job. He actually organized that really well. He had Jax, Golden Boy, Higby up there, and got to talk about a lot of cool esport related things that are coming up. And Higby talked a lot about how it's not their intention to force esports into the game, which is what a lot of people in the community seem to think, but they just want to add the tools for it and have it create kind of itself. And, a big piece of that is doing things like community broadcasts, which is a perfect segue into community class, which you should not watch next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central.
Wow.
Right on this channel.
Wow.
Oh, I'm allowed, right? It's my show. Damn it.
By the way, follow PS2 Comclash on Twitter, and
Oh, nice.
you can email ps2comclash@gmail.com.
Nice.
Do whatever you want.
Nice.
You're such a stream
Nice.
whore right now. Plug whore.
Hey, you started it. I wasn't going to say a word. I was
Yeah, that's true. I did start it, but it's my show. So, anybody else? Is there any particular panels that you guys enjoyed more than another? Or?
One thing I'd like to say is particularly enjoyed the esports panel was most definitely the most well-run panel that I went to. Mono was definitely prepared. He had booklets. Who else had booklets? And the discussion was good, and the discussion was lively. And we had persons like myself who aren't particularly interested in esports, but it went anyway. So there was there's more than one point of view available. It just wasn't all rah esports, and so that kept the discussion good and lively, and I thought that was good. Also, with regard to the State of PlanetSide 2 panel or the keynote, although it could have, technical difficulties aside, it felt like it was us, the PlanetSide folks, as opposed to everybody else. Even Trammell was like, I don't think EverQuest people like us too much. But it was good. It had a more family kind of a, I don't want to say family feel, but it was just the gang. We had the gang together, so I enjoyed that from that.
Yeah, that is a good point. That panel was totally 100% PlanetSide players. I don't think there was anybody that showed up to that one that wasn't a PlanetSide player. Whereas the other panels for EQ Next and the various DCUO panels, all that stuff, there was all sorts of a pretty big mix of a lot of different gamers.
It's very polarizing. Pretty much everyone hates PlanetSide 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I mean, we get there and everybody's looking at us around the tables. They're like, "Oh, it's PS2 players."
He's already
Shaking their
drunk. We haven't even started yet.
They're all drunk already. This is horrible. It's like 1 in the afternoon. They're all drunk.
We were the smallest group, I think, other than DCUO, but I think we were the loudest group.
Oh,
out of everybody there. Easily.
Yeah.
We had, when I was standing in line for the dev brunch on Sunday morning, I was standing behind one of the EverQuest 2 community persons who's really prominent, and she goes, "It's like you guys have most of the people here, but you don't. You're just so loud."
Yeah. We're all drunk.
I was like, "Well, we know how to party. What do you want?"
Yeah, we're probably still drunk from the night before.
There were some people drunk at panels. I could smell it on their breath. You'd walk by and
Dude,
they'd
it
be
was
like,
Vegas. I mean, everybody was drunk all the damn time. It's Vegas. Like, you can go and get breakfast and pull a beer out next to your freaking breakfast sandwich. They had them on ice there. You could just pick up a
Oh,
beer
it was awesome, wasn't
and have
it?
it with
It
breakfast.
was awesome.
It's like,
Non-stop drinking. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't have to stop. You could walk around with it, too.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
You
and
see
then
bum
there's
fights.
and then
Talk about bum fights.
Bum fight.
Oh, my God. I
Bum
almost
fight.
forgot about the bum fight.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, I'll tell that story. I'll
No, I have to tell it.
Yeah,
You
you
wanna-
I'm
gotta
the one
tell
that
it.
saw it.
all right, you go ahead.
So we're walking outside of Planet Hollywood in the morning. I needed to go get stuff there's like a little convenience store there. And I see these two guys. There's one guy, he's pushing some sort of like cart type thing, whatever the hell you call it. And then this big, huge, jacked black dude comes up and just friggin' wails him right in the face. And he completely flips, like not just falls over, but flips on his ass and cracks his head. And then
Oh man.
they both get up and they both like Mortal Kombat style, like
Bum fight.
no, they're doing the whole,
Yeah, they were like this.
pre before you go fight, and their fists are up and they're like waiting for the fight. That's what they were doing, and then they just stared at each other and walked away. And I was like, I don't want to record this. He's like, let's go.
I
I,
was like,
I can't take these guys.
I was like, keep
Round
walking.
one.
Keep walking. Keep walking. Don't look at them.
And I'm like trying to get my camera on. I'm like, I could be famous on YouTube.
no.
He's
Run.
like, I
Start
can't
running.
take these guys. Jen, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run!
I don't want to see what's going to happen next. So it's bad things are going to happen, and it's probably going to involve me somehow.
I think the one guy was the bum, the guy that flipped over. I think the other guy was one of those guys that hands out pamphlets.
Oh, so
You're
he
in
was-
my turf, basically.
He was encroaching on his territory. He wanted to hand out those little cards that they hand out about
You
the
get
strip
shanked. Don't come in my house, I'll shank you.
clubs. Oh,
Get out of my
man.
square.
I was like, that was awesome. He's like, keep walking. This is why we can't
Keep
have nice
walking.
things.
Keep walking. Keep walking. I didn't bring my phone in here with me. Wow.
I can go get it for
Yeah, Why
you.
don't you go ahead and go get my phone? I feel naked.
Concubine turf wars. That was by the chat, by the way.
Yeah,
that was
I see-
amazing.
I see
You
that.
never
That's
know what's
awesome.
going to come out of that Twitch chat.
Oh, that is
That needs to be a
hilarious.
new Facebook game.
Concubine turf wars.
Yeah, I could see that. Kind of like that Mafia Wars game or whatever that everybody.
Yeah, it's like Concubine turf wars.
Yeah,
It's the next
exactly.
Farmville.
I just put on an empty chair as Jen gets up and walks out of the room. I put on an empty chair, sitting there, just chilling.
Hey guys, look at our new host.
Yeah, guys, check it out.
Empty chair.
She's here. You know, she's gonna talk about PlanetSide 2. Hello.
What'd you guys think about the Ultimate Squad Showdown? I'm interested. Did you play in that, Shylus?
I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was fun. You know, it was it had its moments. I mean, my team was completely thrown together. You know, we put it together standing in line. I mean, I walked up in the morning in the line of the registration, and I'm like, man, I'm not standing there for 3 hours waiting for line, and that's what I wound up doing anyway. And I stood there next to some other members of my outfit of Azure Twilight, and then behind us was a couple of guys from Vindicators, and several guys from Vindicators, and we threw together a combined team because of the nationality restrictions, because the Vindicators had some folks from Canada who couldn't participate. We had some folks from the UK who couldn't participate, so we had to come together to form a six-man team. So, you know, we totally threw it together. So we had 4 people going in, and then we went to the registration area where Maggie was, and then we found a guy from one of the outfits on Connery, NC Connery Skin, you know, Social Killers Network, and he wanted to play, he wanted to compete, but he didn't have a team at all, so I was like, well, you can join us, but we're Vanu. But, you know, in true mercenary warfare fashion, he, you know, suited up in the spandex with us and joined in. And then we found one other guy who was wearing an EverQuest badge around his neck, and was like, he promised us he was a PlanetSide player. and we're like, this is the PlanetSide thing we're coming up for, not that EQ thing. These are, you know, shotguns, not swords, brother, lashers. And so anyway, so he joined us too, and so we really just threw together a team, practiced the night before a little bit, and got a little squad composition thought, and then it all went to hell because nobody could hear each other on the day because none of our headsets worked. So we wound up not having good voice comms, and we wound up having to yell at each other from across the way. And I don't think we would have won, certainly, as we just thrown together a bunch of guys playing it, but I think we could have done better if we could have talked over, like normal TeamSpeak or Mumble or what have you. But anyway, it was fun.
You're pissed about the voice comms, basically, because they broke for pretty much everybody. We were screaming at each other the entire time, too, while we were playing.
The 2 things that went wrong, technically speaking, were the headsets, which was the big thing, and then the mouse sensitivity, which got close, which was out
mice.
of control.
Oh, man, that were
Out of control. But Maggie
mice were
fixed that.
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible mice. Horrible mice.
So other than that, though, we just, we played for fun. We, again, thrown together team. And those issues aside, it was a good time. I got to compete there. And, we just had to put the money out of our minds because we knew we didn't have a chance. But, yeah, no, I liked it. Obviously, for next year, make sure the damn headphones work. I mean, they even swapped out a set for another set before we got started, and it didn't help. It was the same issue over and over. So I believe it was Rack who told me later in the day that he used the same computer I did, and they eventually got it fixed, but not in time for us. So anyway, that was my Squad Showdown experience.
So the funny thing about that is that that happens
all the time.
everywhere that we go.
Like when we do the MLG events.
When we do the MLGs, the headphones are always busted. We can never get them working properly or whatever.
You have to reset the master,
They usually have. I don't think they had these at SOE Live, but they usually have the crazy setup. It's got the dial on it, and you can push buttons to hear footsteps better, and it's like essentially a Call of Duty freaking headset, and it's
Headsets were nice though.
It's way too complicated.
I'll give the sound of the headsets are great. It was just that the mics and the in-game voice communication was crap.
Yeah.
It just was breaking down everywhere. I don't know why that was. And with the limited amount of time, you got to put certs in, it's not like, oh, I got to get my sound working. This is priority. Like I got to get this going. Nobody thought about that.
Right.
So every time we get into them, it's horrible.
Yeah, we were all search, go. What do you want? That was you got 10 minutes and I don't know, Torkz, you might have a comment on this, but we were confused. It was like, guys, you got 10 minutes to sort out with the 75,000 certs they gave us, but it wasn't clear as if we couldn't adjust loadouts during that period of time. We didn't.
Oh my gosh, it was so that part irritated the crap out of me because I wish we wouldn't have played first in the day because we had to. I think everybody kind of learned that we screwed up because there's an understanding in the written rules that we had 10 minutes to cert and get ready to go, and then we were going to play. That was like the assumption in the rules. And what ended up becoming was you had 10 minutes to cert, you had 5 minutes to load out, and then you had like 5 minutes to wait and do whatever. And you couldn't touch your certs after the first 10 minutes. So it's like we're sitting there, we're certing out, we're getting loadouts in the first 10 minutes, getting everything set up, and then in the 10 minutes I'm still way behind. And they're like, oh, now you have 5 minutes for loadouts. And I literally looked over and said, what the? And I was like, 5 minutes for loadout? So I thought we were starting fighting now. And they're like, no, you got 5 minutes. I'm like, and you can't touch your certs, by the way. Oh, really? Thanks. Great. Awesome. Just dropped my mouse. I sat there for 5 minutes and did nothing.
Yeah, it was 5 minutes of driving around the warp gate with a harasser.
And then he got up and he threw his chair. It was insane. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It was like,
and I'm out!
Just flipped the table. I'm done. I'm out of here.
No wonder the headsets weren't working. You're flipping tables, throwing chairs.
Yeah, man, they're not going to let you back.
It was whatever. I mean, we had a lot of fun playing. Don't get me wrong. What was the team? Who was the Vanu team that flew around in Sice and just kind of like picked bases to get caps? Who was that team? It was a combination of like Great White Whales.
And,
that was
Das
Das
Anfall.
Anfall, NNG, and the Great White Whales.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I wish we'd had the foresight to do that because that was I remember distinctly twice. We're like we spent all the time capping this base, like 5 minutes at the base. We look up and they just fly by, poop, grab the the capture. I'm like, oh. Just look down like they're gonna win.
That also was another thing. They had three Vanu in one match, like three Vanu teams, or was it three?
What do you mean?
The first match.
Yeah, there was 3 Vanu in our match,
and then one NC, right? I think it was.
It was
tier.
I think it was
us. No, it was who was there was a TR. Yeah, there was a TR team. So I think it was one of the TRG teams. It was one of the TRG teams. It was the Hodgepodge, DA, Great White Whales, and who was the other one?
NNG.
NNG team, and then we had us, which were playing with 40 Deuce, which was VS, and then we had the one of the 666 teams. So then we all had...
Sorry, affectionately called 40 DoucheCast.
Yeah. We were trying to figure out names like, let's just do 40 DoucheCast. Like, that doesn't sound right at all. No. Probably not.
Sorry.
You call out like drop on the biolab.
That was a big
thing. Oh, really?
Thing. That was a big thing too, because then if you're asking them to go to certain areas and competing for the same XP and kills, it's not really.
Well, I mean, in the end,
fair,
it has the same issues as Community Clash when we do it right. We have outside interference that we have to worry about, and so it was very hard to like if you were an Empire that was just sucking ass that day, and you decide to play that Empire in the competition, you were already being hurt by, stuff that you didn't even have any control over.
MC was screwed in our match because they told him to drop on a biolab. Like, we don't even have influence. We can't even go there.
That was that choice of biolab that they picked. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like completely arbitrary. It's like, do you have any idea what you're doing? I mean, why did you pick that place? But obviously I couldn't stand up and ask that midway. But
throw your chair.
But anyway.
Yeah,
that would have been priceless. You stood up, you're like, what are you thinking? Biolab is all wrong! Walk off the stage, it's
was
rage.
That squad deploy for the base flip that wasn't flipping to us because we misread the map, and it was actually going to TR. We were told to just squad deploy, this base is going to flip in 15 seconds. We squad deploy, and it flips to TR. That was stellar. I think that's actually the picture that was sent out in the SOE live mail to everybody that was there. It was actually the 42. It was Aunt Lou in the front. It was Senior Blanco in the middle, and behind the wording, you can see me doing a facepalm. I think that was when we were getting owned by that heavy. It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Not really.
When I saw that email come in, I was like, hey.
Yeah, we were
There's
too.
Marco.
I got a text from Aunt Lou going, "Have you checked your email today?" And no, why? He said you might want to check your email. So, yeah.
Neon Tiger and Ash and Toxin all have a good point. Battle Islands is going to change
Yes.
a lot
Oh,
of this problem for
absolutely.
the next year. I mean, I totally agree. It's just that it's funny to make jokes about this year when you know that next year it'll be fixed. So why not? But yeah, Battle Islands is going to hopefully will fix a lot of this. If not, then no.
Well, all the variables that we keep discussing that cause some of the issues, like even say the time of day, like as the first group of people to go through, and we were in that first group too, Torkz. We were on the other side of you guys, on the side of Bank Computers, the Azure Twilight / Vindicators team, and we got on at first thing in the morning on a weekday, and we're on Connery, early in the morning on a weekday, so the population fluctuations, all that stuff will get addressed when there's a battle island, a more controlled environment. So
There's so many variables up in the air that could drastically influence how many points you could gain that it was kind of it was for fun, and I know that SOE had to know that. They're like, well, there's like 100 variables, there's no way we can control 90% of them, so we're just going to call it for fun because it is. There's no way we can fix that, at least not now. I mean, we got on at like in the morning, like you said, and I was looking at the battle line between NC and VS was huge. It was huge. There was like 9 bases under contention. I was like, oh my god. I was like, how do we even pick where to go to take points, because it's just so spread out. And I think
you guys had a hard time finding battles too. You were a lot of going and searching for battles, and I really think they should have done it on an Eastern server and not a Western server.
I mean,
it was more
honestly,
along the lines of 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Biggest lesson learned is I'm not doing first time. Next time out, I don't care what the competition is, because we learned, like, if I would have seen the other teams ahead of me be like, oh yeah, we get 15 minutes, for doing our search and everything else, like I would have been, they can go through all that pain. That's fine. I'll wait and do the next time around. Wait for them to make the mistakes ahead of us. That's my biggest lesson learned for next year.
Yeah.
So
they need to draw straws, and whoever gets the shortest one.
Draw straws.
Some of
You're
the funny,
screwed.
One of the funny things that I noted, that I think it was either Jax or Golden Boy, I don't remember, when they were commentating the match, and they were talking about Dasan Ball and NNG and the Great White Wells, going from base to base, capping, and that was the focus of their strategy. And those guys, these Venu can't find a fight. I'm like, yeah, they're not looking for a serious fight. They're not looking for the farm. It's a different way they're playing. So, and they probably figured, the commentators probably knew that, but they were, trying to do their standard, look at all this combat, and then throwing in the word epic periodically.
Look at all this combat.
It's
everywhere.
It's combat. It's combat flying out the ears. It's just, anyway.
Something else I caught after that I was kind of peeved about is defense caps count too. So if you get it right at the end, you go back and you pop your defense, you get, it counts. The weird thing was, like, you had to flip the entire base, right? Now, you just go back and pop your defense cap at the end, recapping the base, and that counts towards just as much as capping the entire base from front to back. So it's I think once next year, once you have a kind of a locked-in play area and the rules are a little more defined, I think we're gonna see some pretty fun fights. Don't get me wrong, this was a blast this year. It's just little things here and there, better than last year.
Yeah, and Neurotoxin just said that too in chat. I mean, yeah, last year it was still beta, and it was literally just a kill. The whole thing was just for kills. So this year was definitely better. It was a little bit more organized, and it was more team play based. But the rules were still easily exploitable. The folks who won, I mean, they won because they used the rules to their advantage, and that's the whole point of competition, right? But in the end, it didn't mean that you had to fight. You could have just flown around all day and captured points, and you wouldn't. You wouldn't necessarily actually have to shoot anybody. So it is what it is. And like everybody's saying, I mean, Battle Islands is going to be something that's really going to fix this. It can be something that can be actually like real competition. Fighting over territory.
For reals.
For reals, bro.
For the reals. Fight.
So, I mean, there's going to be a system built in there probably counting counting scores and everything on its own. So no more.
Now that we crapped all over it this year,
yeah.
like, what did you guys actually like about it? Did you guys have what kind of different like encounters did you guys run into, or because it was timed, did it change things for you playing this year versus just kind of rolling around during a normal play day?
Well, for me, I'll tell you, it was more nerve-wracking than any time I've ever played PlanetSide, all the way back to PS1. And it had nothing to do really with the money and everything to do with I had a bunch of teammates who I didn't want to let down. You're kind of sitting sort of on a stage, and as much as we talked about we're not great, we're just going to go have fun, I was almost throwing up before the match.
I'm sorry for screaming, by the way. I really am sorry for screaming the entire time. I was getting all fired up, and it was unnecessary.
Quite a bit fired up. Derringer, his leg was going a million miles an hour. He was so nervous.
His hand was shaking.
I mean,
yeah,
his hands were shaking.
Down from Derringer, and could feel the stage shaking. So we were a little jacked up.
Yeah, this was him. His hand.
Yeah, he had people in the front row wondering why he was so nervous and looking, pointing at him and going, "That guy over there shaking. Look at him,
loser." Yeah, I mean, anytime you start bringing actual competition into something, no matter what it is, it feels different when you play. I mean, I used to play a ton of competition tribes, and the adrenaline was just flowing the whole time you were playing. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But then I would play another then I would just play on a pub server, and it would be just kind of normal.
It may have been the most nerve-wracking, but Peeperz also said it was the most fun he's had playing PlanetSide in a long time.
Ever, yes.
I think to have fun, you have to have stress. I think when you get the two associated with each other, it makes something more fun because you feel like you have something to lose. If you have nothing to lose, you're just rolling around getting murdered by everybody or murdering everyone else, kind of just farming. There's no fun in that. It's when you have teammates that are like basically screaming at you down the road. Let's do this, go, 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 go. It's high stress, so it's high reward. It makes people energetic, have fun. I think the game should come included with like somebody like a personal trainer screaming at you like, "Your Katie sucks! Oh no!
Did you just die again?
Oh, you're so bad!"
We need like the Macho Man Randy Savage to motivate.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, brother, you got that tank car.
Come on! But we actually, it was. I mean, I hate to say just that. But, I mean, yeah, it amped up when we were actually in the game, and comms issues aside, everyone was a little more stressed out than we all planned on. But we still had a lot of fun, and yeah, I could hear, because all of our headsets were goofed up, I could hear everyone yelling, so I could hear, Torkz yelling at his guys, and then it was a nice big melting pot of sound up there on the stage. I'm sure I don't know what it sounded like from the peanut gallery, but it was something else. And but yeah, I mean, issues aside, it was fun, and it was an intense 40 minutes of PlanetSide. And it is getting better. I wasn't there last year, but they have to refine these things over time. So it's an iterative process, and I'm looking forward to see what they have in the future for it.
Agreed, absolutely. I think it's going to be a lot of fun here, as all these pieces start coming together. And even though they're going like hardcore with MLG esports, we're still going to have that stuff available to us to be able to do other things, and like SOE Live and stuff, and that's not going to be quite as... I don't think that they'll ever put that to the level of MLG. I think they'll always make that something that's available to the community. At least I hope that's what they do, so everybody gets a chance to kind of, experience that whole thing.
Agreed. Yeah, totally. They should make a workout plug-in for PS2. You die, you have to I can contribute this entirely to Jimmy, that you have to go do 10 push-ups and you get your PC screaming at you until you get it done. And you have to get back up and play again.
Oh, is that you going with the Old Spice guy on that one essentially?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm telling you, Macho Man, get your TK out of the crapper!
Oh,
loser!
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
Oh man, good old Slim Jim.
What was the nastiest drink you guys had while you were there? There was some pretty nasty stuff getting served up at the bar.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I stayed away from mixed drinks because beer is always beer.
Well, the first day we got there, remember Torkz, and we met with the Devil Dogs, and it was happy hour at where the hell was that bar?
That's the PBR,
the
PBR
PBR
rock,
bar.
the rock bar.
And apparently everyone wanted to buy me drinks and buy us drinks. So I'm like, okay. They're like, it's happy hour, so what do you want? You're getting two. And then I say what I want, and I get two every single time. So, and then Ham and I have a prior, and Torkz, I think, too. We had community council dinner that night, and I was friggin' trashed. I was so drunk walking into that, and I was late, and I'm never late to those things.
We were all late. We had nowhere to sit when we walked in there. We walked in, we looked around, and we're like, well, I guess we're just gonna sit wherever because there's.
Oh, I was
no
so
seats together.
drunk. It was.
Yeah, we got back. I think we got in the back a little bit because I do remember like, oh, it's right. It's time to go up to the actual keynote.
Yeah.
After being drinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough that I was swerving, and I don't usually walk and swerve at the same time.
I definitely stayed away from mixed drinks. I don't know because I always hear horror stories about that. One of the guys from the Devil Dogs actually flew back on the plane with us. Pretty cool dude. Well, crap, I'm totally forgetting what his name was right now. I'm
You talking about the Australian, or are you talking about somebody else?
No,
He's from the area, our area.
I'm a complete loser. I forgot his name. I'm
do
horrible at
apologize.
names. Anyway, he was a pretty
He's
cool dude.
hungover. It's a good reason.
And and he was
Devil Dogs?
he was drinking one of those. Yeah. Oh, hold on. You weren't on. Go ahead and show it off.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Devil
no,
Dogs.
there you go. Burn it.
Your shirt just got in today.
But he was drinking one of those really huge, like really tall drinks that you saw people walking around
And they have
with
like a
that are,
sling for your
6 feet long,
for around your neck.
and you just strap that around you, and you go back and you fill it up. And he drank like 2 or 3 of those, and he was just.
He said it had a whole.
destroyed.
The one drink had a whole liter of alcohol in it. A whole liter.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Oh,
bottle.
you're talking about that big old tall thing?
Yeah, the plastic.
And then the
thing.
guitar one was cool too. It was shaped like a guitar, and you
Oh,
could
yeah.
play music on it and drink out of it.
The one with the shoulder strap.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
it's-
god.
You can even play,
Frickin-
you can even play sounds on it. Yeah.
Freaking Vegas, man. It's like another world. I mean, it really is. It's not even
It's
like.
not reality, that's for sure.
Yeah.
One thing that's nice about it is it doesn't matter what time you get there. There's something to do and something to drink and something to eat and something to gamble. It doesn't matter. 10 o'clock, 10
Yeah.
p.m., 20, it doesn't matter. One of my favorite memories is when I introduced myself to Jenny, and we were trying to convince some. Was that the same Australian dude we were trying to convince to play PlanetSide 2, Jenny? In line, you were waiting to register, and I had introduced myself to you.
Oh, he was hitting on me.
Yeah, he was hitting on you, and we were trying
Yeah.
to get him to play PlanetSide 2, and he was confused as about what all of our intentions were. So.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was the random dude that was in the line, and then I left you
He
with
was
him for him
jacked.
to hit on you.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was jacked.
I remember he was attractive, so
All right, well,
Oh, man.
that's why I left.
you weren't even around.
He
I
was
don't-
jacked up though. He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, he
three sheets
w-
to-
yeah, he
drunk
was-
off his ass, and we were trying to extol the virtues of this game to him, and I don't think he gave a shit. But that's
This game sounds great. You can shoot people and talk to people. Like, I don't care.
Tell me more about it. And then he would keep getting closer to me, and I'm like,
Get up in your bubble. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
All up in
First-
your grill.
Personal space equals 0.
it's okay. I'm married. I'll take the compliment of someone hitting on me. I'm married. I'm married. I'm not dead.
That's true. I always allow that because it very rarely happens to me. I think it's once every like 6
At
years.
the club, when you went with Clegg, you got hit on. Some chick within like 5 minutes walked
Yeah.
up to you, and you're like, is this really happening?
Yeah, I'm like, is this real life right now? Like, what's happening to me? Nobody
It's real
talks to
life.
me. As I'm completely just destroying
And then she's
myself
like,
on-
oh, she sees your ring. You're married. Well, that's cool.
That
My
doesn't matter.
My boyfriend's a little. My boyfriend didn't want me to come because he's afraid that I'm going to cheat on him, and Hamma just goes, "That's a valid concern."
She didn't talk to me anymore after that.
She walked away.
Noted.
Oh man, that was
Slap
pretty
it in her
hilarious,
face.
though.
That's awesome.
You should. I should link the picture of Hamma all spiffied up. Someone at the pool party. Hamma was standing next to me. He was all dressed up to go clubbing with Clegg, and I wasn't going.
Clubbing with Clegg. That sounds like
And
a show.
someone, I walked. We were standing next to someone, each other, and someone walked up and said, "Is this guy bothering you?" And I was like, "No, it's Hamma." They didn't know who he was because they never seen him dressed up before.
That's how I roll, man. I nobody knows who
I
I
don't-
am when I work.
I think Clegg tweeted a picture.
It's
Let
all
me
right.
go
I'm
look.
gonna.
You
I
gonna
have
find
one
it?
that I'm gonna go ahead and send
All right.
myself. And anyway,
Oh, the pool party. Did anybody actually use all their drink tickets at the pool party?
I didn't
I
have
didn't
drink
know.
tickets.
I had people walking up randomly giving me drink tickets because the lines were too long. I had 11 of them by the end of the night.
Oh my god.
holy crap!
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
gave
they
one of
even
my,
said something. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I gave mine to an outfit, Nate.
Yeah, I think at the end they were even saying something, that announcer, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy at the end showed like the whole thing. He's like, oh yeah, and those lines were great. Basically just making fun of like the fact that the lines were just like a mile long the entire night. Everybody just went there to drink, and you only have like 5 bars open. Like, what do you expect? You need to have like a mile long bar
They
and
always
no
have that
pool.
problem.
I'd
You'd be
say
fine.
that I didn't have that problem.
She had
So.
hacks.
Mark Tuttle.
No, I
Thanks,
had the
Noah Tyson.
VIP wristband, so I could just walk up in front of everybody and be a douche.
She was hacking.
Yeah.
It was awesome. By
I
the
know,
way.
but at
I'm glad
least
you
when
had
I
that.
went up, I got drinks for like a bunch of people, and then I would give them all the tickets that the people that I was getting drinks for, and give them to the people in line. So I didn't feel too douchey.
I mean, you're
doing
still
it.
pretty douchey, but
Yeah, but
I mean, that's not,
I don't even know how I got the wristband. I was just sitting there talking to Brass, and then all of a sudden someone straps it on my freaking wrist, and I'm like, "What's this? Free drinks, and you can skip the line." I'm like, "Oh, sweet."
I'll allow it.
Nice.
I'll allow it.
Oh. Do you guys take part in that community thing at the end? The community like 12v12v12 or
There
something
we go,
like that.
right
at the end?
there. There we go. There's the new hotness.
It's
Is that you with Clegg? Oh yeah,
it's
there,
you with
you and Clegg.
Chilling like villains. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually owns a shirt other than a T-shirt that says PSU or ReachCast on it.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. What were you saying about something or other at the end?
Yeah, the community event at the end that was kind of formed up by all the outfits, the 12v12v12. You guys participate in that? No?
I didn't participate in it. I did watch it though.
I
But
didn't
it
even
was
know
really
it-
nice.
I didn't even know it happened. Honestly.
What you
well, I
what'd you
know what
think of
happened
it?
now, but I don't know what happened then.
I thought it was a good event. It was spontaneous, of course, and really showed. I mean, I as a PlanetSide player, it was kind of cool that hey, look what we did, because we're the PlanetSide guys, and we decided to play together. I doubt all the EQ folks would have done that. So, yeah, it was fun to watch. It was a good match, and it was entertaining. I don't have much else to say about it. It was just kind of a neat, spontaneous thing that they put together, and hopefully we'll see some more of that in the future as well.
Yeah, community events are awesome. I totally agree. I think
You gonna do another plug? Come on, man. Just
Yeah, no
do it.
I'm not gonna. I'll let you do. Like you do it this time. Like this is a perfect lead-in. I'm not gonna do it this time though.
Oh man.
Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What?
I'll put it up in the chat. You talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Yeah, so community events. You can tune into a community competition, Community Clash, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. TRG versus GOTR. Be there. Or be square.
And
Goater versus TRG 24-24.
Oh, yeah.
And make sure to go ahead and
Oh.
follow at PS2ComClash on Twitter, so you'll be tweeting all about
Are you
Community
actually going
Clash.
to use that? I thought you were just creating it just so that nobody.
No, dude, I'm using it. It's getting
Alright.
used. It's getting used.
All
The
right.
best thing about the community clash is the hashtag on Twitter, which is AGNRCCCC or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the super long acronym. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
AGNRCCWRTRG versus GRTR.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
Got
like
confusing after a while.
people are like, what?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is Knox talking about now?
Yeah.
Oh,
And this is for
Super
everybody
long
to have.
acronym goes link.
This is for everyone who wants it to participate. Go on over there and sign up, and Torkz will get you in a spot. It's bragging rights. More
think we
than
got-
anything. And fun.
How many slots do we have left for the next couple, like 6 weeks? We have I want to say we have 6 slots left, 5 or 6 slots left for the next 6 weeks, 6 weeks worth of matches. So if you want your outfit to participate, just have 24 people, and email us or go to the. We find the AGN link that Hamma threw together for the post.
I
You
get
can you can enter all that in
I get
and
it.
put your stuff in, and we'll put you together, and you'll fight somebody of a different faction. Probably is probably what we'll do. But where is this at? Where is what at?
Hamma just linked the Community
the
Clash
community clash
app.
probably.
There you go. There's some links. For
Oh,
it.
There's the
Just link
app
to
and
the
then the
stream,
information in the chat channel. So it's, I mean, it was fairly successful. I think everybody really enjoyed the last, minus the audio issues that we were having. Seemed to like our
yeah.
setup.
So Google Hangouts. Let's lesson learned from Google Hangouts. If you type while you're in Google Hangouts, it'll mute you. And if we have 4 or 5 people trying to commentate and then type to their team,
It's not
respective
even
teams.
that. They weren't even typing. They were just using the observer cams, and it was muting them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to move
pretty much.
around.
Yeah.
So
It's good times.
Yeah. Trial and error.
I just whitelisted you on Moobot there, Murda. You have earned whitelist status, so don't link any porn.
He's been trolling us the entire time. I don't know about Murda.
Unless it's good porn. I mean, then you
That
can...
guy's shady. I mean, really.
Murda is shady.
We should show off some of the
Trolling,
pictures that
trolling.
I sent you, and we can
Yeah, I was gonna do
discuss
that.
people that we've met
Yeah.
and
Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll just bring up photos, and then we'll just talk about that photo. How about that?
this is awesome.
And if anybody has like an epic photo that I don't have in here, just let me know. I'd say link it in the chat, but then Moobot's gonna kick your ass. All right, so. Oh yeah, look at the sexiness right there. There's just a whole lot of sexy going on there. Am I right?
Is that Knox? Oh yeah, that's Knox.
That's
and
all of us.
Look at your face is like so serious.
the guy on. So the guy in the back left, guys, is the one of the community managers for Imperial Reach. It's FY. His name is, well, I probably shouldn't give that. Yeah. His actual player name is Ak. So check him out.
He's a
He's
cool
one of the
guy.
Imperial Reach officers.
Yeah, cool dude, definitely. So be sure to check out Imperial
This was
Reach
one
as
of the
well.
last
Great
days.
outfit.
We were all getting our you were getting your wristband
Yeah.
alcohol.
This is actually literally the last day, yeah, just before we headed out for the day. So good times. Let's see what else I've got here.
Drinking up.
See what else I've got.
Random porn
Oh,
link I
oh.
sent you.
Oh, man.
Oh, photobomb.
Epic Higby photobomb right there, just classic. And then you got Snoop Dogg back there.
Yep.
He's photobombing as well.
Triple photo.
Yeah. So.
Photobombception.
His face is like priceless, and that.
But that was.
And if you want to see these in greater detail, you can just go to my CDL Jenny Boo and look at
here
my
we go.
photo.
Trying to pick up Twitter followers now. See what's
At my
happening?
photo logs there. They're all in there.
All 3 people watching are gonna
Yeah.
follow you now.
Hey, you never know.
Just
This is
kidding.
my PayPal account. This is where
Damn, I should have
you can
taken a
donate.
picture of the dude that was hitting on me so I could be like, what are your opinions in the channel on his hotness? He was rich, too.
Really? This is the best for going back. Rich, yeah. According to him, like,
Yeah,
I'm rich.
right.
I just make it rain everywhere I go. And he walks out. He's
Well,
like,
he-
begging for food.
I'm sure he uses that line all the time.
All he said was, I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
No, of course he was.
Yeah, that's...
He's one of the bums fighting outside.
This was, what panel was this? The PSU
Yeah,
panel?
this was the PSU panel. We got Mallory and Higby.
It was behind Higby.
Josh Sanchez is behind Higby.
And then the guy on the end.
I completely forget his name. He's one of the technical directors on PlanetSide 2. I actually hadn't met him before, so. But he's a technical director. He had a couple comments in there when it came up to things that require code or engine work or anything like that. He is one of the dudes who make all that happen. There you go.
Makes the magic
Put it in
happen.
Yep, Higby just put in it. Josh Kriegshauser.
Kriegshauser.
Shit.
Yeah.
Kriegshauser, yeah. There you go.
Well, sorry, my bad. But anyway,
I
so
think,
that was from our panel.
Oh, I just got a text
Kevmo
from...
jumped in there too, didn't he?
Well, sort of. Actually,
Yeah,
he came
he
up a little
jumped
bit
up
later.
a few
jumped in,
times.
and Kevmo jumped in there, and he was talking about kind of the reverse maneuver and some of the balancing stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a text from your mom saying Snoop Dogg is now... Let's see.
From
Snoop
my
Dogg...
mom?
Yeah. Hamma's mom said Snoop Dogg is now known as Snoop Lion.
Oh, shit,
Apparently,
I'm
he's
sorry, I
changed
forgot
from
about
Snoop
that.
Dogg to Snoop Lion.
Oh,
So we
no,
got to get that right.
I remember
on
that,
the record.
But he was probably Snoop Dogg when that picture was taken.
And shout out to Hamma's mom, of course.
Yeah, shout out to my
Hi, Mom.
And what the crap?
Uh,
Is this like the Prince thing? Like he just changes the symbol or whatever,
Yeah,
spins
pretty
it up
much.
differently?
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
much.
We got to make sure we're right.
awesome.
You know, we might get sued. So
And Higby just
Whatever.
said that he's actually working on fixing some of the bugs that are happening right now, and then he's going to Russia tomorrow. Josh is. That's
Wow.
insanity.
He's a good dude. I had the opportunity. We sat with him during the dev brunch, And we had a lengthy discussion about the infamous triple load screen bug and how how much of a pain in the ass that is to fix and why it isn't fixed yet. And he, quizzed us on where we saw it as players, those of us sitting there. So not fixed yet, and probably will be for a while because apparently it's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, that's kind of a funny one. It's always been around, and I've seen it disappear a couple times, and then other times it happens, and other times it doesn't. That's a crazy one for sure. There's always those. Well, that's like the infamous black screen bug from PlanetSide 1, right? When your screen would just go black when you're when you're inside a tunnel or something, or inside of a base. So those sorts of things that are just really tough to find for sure. All right, let's see.
You said that shameless.
What do you guys think about some of these?
You said that shameless Twitter plug wouldn't work, and I've gotten 2 followers.
Oh yeah.
Fail.
I'm just gonna start shamelessly plugging the community class.
Shameless plug for the win.
That's awesome. What are you going to say, Torkz?
I was going to say, what do you guys think about the panel about Player Studio and just Player Studio in general in the game now, and what some of the stuff that's been released for it?
Personally,
all the phallic images,
all the phalluses, all the phalluses I can put on my Cinder. No, they're pretty awesome actually. I bought a couple of the camos myself. There's some really quality stuff out there. I'm looking forward to some of the helmets.
I'm looking forward to the flame one that's coming, the red one. Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
the black flame one was pretty badass. I hope he makes some dough off that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good because he deserves it. Whoever did that.
Although I gotta say that one of the guys' names who created a lot of the camos, his name is I Eat Fat People.
What?
Yeah. If you hover over his, you can see his name in the store next to the camo, and I got a pretty good kick out of that.
Wow. Wow.
Oh man.
Did we filter
I
through?
Eat Fat People. That's really the name. Like,
yeah,
did
that's
he
his name.
do like other stuff, or is he just doing PS2 Player Studio stuff?
I don't know. I don't know. But
Could look him up.
He's on there when you go in the when you go in the game and you click on the camo, you can see the person who made it, and he's one of them. But
Gotcha.
Some really neat stuff. I can't wait to see the helmets starting to go in because there's some really cool helmets. They showed them on Command Center the other night. You can catch
some of those
them.
helmets.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those helmets on Command Center look really nice. I hope they make it in. I mean, I recognize they, T-Rex still has to sign off on them, but I hope some of them make it in.
Yeah, just put like when you send your application in, just put at the bottom "I love you, T-Ray," like over and over and over again. Even if it's like phallic or whatever else, we'll let it go through as long as you put that in there.
I have confirmed that I Eat Fat People is actually a battle rank 42 that plays on Connery.
Nice.
Oh man, he's actually he's actually leveled up. He's a lot of fat people.
That's how he levels.
Did we finish all our pictures, Hamma?
No, we didn't finish, but we can come back to those anytime. You want me to show another one?
I know the T-Ray one's coming up.
Let's see T-Ray buffed out.
Now, first we get this one. This is the one I have up. That's Brass with her epic TR/Dwarven cosplay. Awesome.
For the people that don't attend SOE Live, tell people about Brass and what she does every year. Like, and the kind of like handcrafting she does in this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she just builds these completely epic outfits every year. It's always Dwarven in nature, but she spends like...
As soon as SOE Live ends, she starts her planning for her next outfit. And
they start working on it like months in advance, and they go through the trouble. I mean, they handcraft all this stuff and put it together, and she's kind of been the MC of the events in past years. This year she was kind of what's his name was the MC, and she was there as well, but she took a little bit more of a not a front row on that, and that's actually not a bad thing because she works like crazy when she's there, and lugging around that massive outfit that she wears. I gotta imagine, Mark Tuttle. I'm not doing names today. I apologize. I'm failing.
I screwed it up earlier too, so don't feel bad. But I was like that guy that was talking on stage, and somebody gave it to me in the chat. So
he was funny.
Yeah, he was funny as could be. That guy did a great job this year.
He did an excellent job, and hope to see him again.
Yeah, definitely. He did definitely an awesome job. So I can't wait to see him do that again. Hopefully.
Almost as good as Sundance talking about.
Oh,
certain like circle objects. It was great. I mean, we all know where we're going with this.
That was an epic moment. That was definitely one of the many epic moments. How did that come about again? They picked a winner of... Oh, no, they were saying what people said they wanted to see when they were going to come out. There was a field that you could fill out.
Higby hair wig or something in game.
Yeah, he said he was looking forward to seeing Higby's hair.
So
Then
we
he
had, like,
said
the
it felt good
vortex.
on something inappropriate. So
Oh yeah, he's like Sundance, yeah. So there's like vortex in the player studio right now for like for a decal or not a decal, like a
Hood ornament.
hood ornament.
Oh, yeah.
You guys like I thought that was like. So I'm surprised that more people didn't spin up hood ornaments. I would figure the camo would be harder than hood ornaments. What do you guys think that? What else do you guys think people should throw up on there? Because I figured that'd be one of the most popular people would want to see.
Well, actually, I think camos are probably much easier to throw together. I mean, you don't need as many tools in order to do that. You just need Photoshop, really. You probably don't even. You could probably do it in GIMP, which is Photoshop for less fortunate people. Just kidding.
less
Yeah,
fortunate.
GIMP 2's good. GIMP 2's good stuff, man.
I'm only kidding.
I totally buy in on this Higby hair body armor. Like an armor
There
kit.
you go.
You look like a ghillie suit, except for it's all Higby hair,
Right.
like top to bottom. Awesome. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, the Shaggin' Wagon from Dumb and
Shaggin'
Dumber,
Wagon.
essentially. Yeah.
Instead of a heavy, you just look like a big freaking shaggin' wagon. It'd be amazing.
They're like a bunch of like PlanetSide Wookiees, or what is that?
Yeah, the Wookiee armor.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what that would be. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I actually didn't pick up the hood ornament. I don't know how that looks in game. It looked pretty cool in the preview window, but I think you're going to see more camos than anything else, because they are pretty easy to put together when it comes down to it. And you're probably going to see far fewer helmets just simply because of how complicated those are. But, I mean, I've been really happy with everything that I've seen in there, though. It's good. I like that they have a real, a quality control process on all the stuff that comes essentially T-Ray, right?
Quality control process is called T-Ray.
T-Ray
They have a T-Ray control process, and he goes through and picks out stuff that fits in the game. And I think that this stuff looks awesome so far. And I'm looking forward to seeing some more of it come out.
And remember, if you submit something and he gives you direction on how to fix it, go in that direction.
Yeah, what was his comment? I'm God. I'm your boss.
I am your boss.
You will do what I say, or you won't get it.
Or
in
it
the
won't
game.
be in the game.
Yeah, he laid down the law. It was, if there was any ambiguity before, it has been sufficiently eliminated.
He threw down the gauntlet. Just
You guys heard much about like actual armor kits being thrown in as far as player studio? Because that's something I would love to see. I'd love to be like something all spiky or crazy looking, like a demonic armor kit for like a heavy, like
armor kit.
badass.
This
Like old
is-
spikes on your shoulders or something.
This isn't an
Yo.
RPG, bro.
I don't want to hear it, dude. It's not, you can spin up whatever you want. It's player studio.
You're gonna go to
We'll
a
make some
Guar.
money.
What about a Guar concert? What are we doing?
Yeah, dude. You're like a Kiss costume, like a Kiss armor. You're like stuff popping out of the shoulders. Yeah, Daedric. That's good.
Oh, man.
Be
Well,
good.
that would be awesome. I mean, I'm sure they're going to add all that sort of stuff in the future. Everything that you can buy in the game is probably something that's fair game someday, right? To be added to Player Studio, or at least I would hope. Because you have customized armor right now. Of course, it covers up your decal. Somebody
Yeah,
needs to fix that.
please fix that.
Please fix it. But
Yeah.
That PSU decal that I wear.
I want my, those.
Oh, Peeper's wife just popped in.
Peeper's wife stream photobomb.
Nobody got to see it. Oh.
Oh,
Look at this right
So-
here. Look at this moment. Look at that. Isn't that just...
That was a beautiful moment.
That's a beautiful moment. We all hogged it
I
out.
guess the
after
only
that.
person not wearing a PS2 shirt. I'm done with you, Derringer.
Oh, man. I'm done with your shenanigans.
I'm wearing some sort of cat shirt. Whatever. Get out of here. It's almost as bad as like Knox's attempt to like make a joke when he wore an EQ Next shirt up on our panel. Like we're all sitting there with ReachCast shirts. He's wearing an EQ Next shirt. I'm looking over and I'm like, really, dude? Really? Like seriously? And then sure enough, Jenny calls him out and he's like, oh yeah, hold on. He made a whole joke out of it. Like spun off his EQ Next shirt and had a ReachCast shirt on. I'm like, what a drama queen. It's bad.
The funny thing is, no one could see it but the panel.
Wow, this
You're
is,
recording.
This is a little
There
bit...
you go.
This is a little bit scary.
What is he doing? Is
yeah.
he like
I
pumping?
didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was like water was cold, or if he was trying to flex, or what he's. Every time I see that picture, what the hell is he doing?
He's got like what's that dude? The Spice dude, the Old Spice like peck thing, like pops his pecs back and forth.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's what I'm thinking right now. Seeing that he's like Just rotating his pec pops. Like, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, maybe he was playing music with it. Did you see that one video where he plays music with his freaking abs? Ching, 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 ching. Maybe that's what he was doing,
Yeah.
and we just missed
He was
it.
tased.
We
He was
should've-
tased. That's what I'm seeing in there.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro.
Oh man,
Like an invisible taser behind him, just getting him.
we
see
should have had
that.
video of that. I'm sure it was much more interesting in real
Do
time.
you have the one of him, Higby, and Jax, where Higby's like rolling up his shirt? He's like, "Yeah."
Oh
look at
no,
this.
but I'm sure I can
I
find
can find
one,
that.
Yeah,
Jax tweeted, I think.
go ahead and find it.
Let
Bring
me
it up
find
full
that.
screen on your computer. I can go to your computer too.
Okay,
But here's another epic moment right here.
I'll find
The
it.
Higby's bathtub.
Higby's bathtub full of booze. That
That was a good room party.
yeah, that was really cool.
I'll have to give him out of him and 666 did some hella good room parties while we were there. Like,
Mhm.
666 even pulled up like a sweet wire there and just partying up the entire time. It was pretty crazy. People love to party in Vegas, and that's we live, I guess. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. Well, just don't go to the Devil Dogs room. You might get licked.
Yes.
I mean, if you like getting
Oh,
licked, then
man.
you can go there. But other than that,
yeah, it's like I'm not even gonna go down that path. That's just a bad path to go down.
No good can come of that.
no good can come of that road.
No good can come of that line of thought.
Oh,
man.
Maggie found it. That picture of
Nope,
the
Maggie's in
picture of
chat.
Higby rolling his
Maggie's
shirt
got it
up.
in
She's
chat.
like, "Yeah,
There we go.
look at all this."
Let me full screen and
Yeah.
then I can.
Pull it up on yours full screen, and I'll put it up.
There we go.
Just press F11 and put yours full screen.
F11. I'm sorry. There you go.
It's all about making sure. Oh, go ahead and just have a drink right on the air. That's good.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you had it on me. Like I wasn't even talking. Come on.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, that is a pretty hilarious picture.
Look at Jax's face.
What's going on?
Nobody knows
Higby
what's
looks-
happening there.
Higby looks totally like at ease. He's like, just check this out. Just check this out.
Oh, yeah. Check this out.
Yeah.
It's my pecs.
Jackson is shocked. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I
Jackson's
think he
totally
probably
shocked.
is. He's like,
what's happening?
What the fuck is going on right now?
Gotta hit up the oxygen bar.
Oh, no.
Not
Oh,
done.
that's another picture we need.
Oh, I
Oxygen
could.
bar.
I can find
Jackson's
that one.
Oxygen bar pic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tweeted that one. I can find that one.
That one was...
I learned a lot of new stuff in Vegas. I learned oxygen bar will take away a hangover. I had
Do you
no
want
clue.
me to
First
look
time I
that
known this. So,
Did you find it?
lesson to all
Well,
those
why
kids
there?
out there that are starting to drink. Oxygen bar apparently takes all of it away.
Yeah, so
Like
if
the
you
hangover and everything.
and they have those in all major cities, too. You can just go to an oxygen bar and... I'm just kidding. They probably don't have those anywhere. Vegas is probably the only
They-
place that has that.
I was like, where the hell is he going with this?
They even have a bus in Vegas that will pick you up. It will give you a what do they call it when they like an IV. They'll give you an IV and they'll drive around
Oh
town
my
picking
God.
people up, giving them IVs so that they'll get the
Hydrate,
hangover to go way
yeah.
faster. Yeah,
There's
like
another
that's dedication.
dedication. That's just insanity.
I don't know
Yeah.
who tweeted
Higby's-
it. It wasn't me. Let me look at Torkz.
That was Higby's room party as well. Got Kid Riot there on the right side.
His hair looks really good in that picture. Like looks really well groomed. Like he brushed it before we started.
I bet he did.
Mike did. He's like
He has a
you can see kinda
reputation.
pulled over a little bit. Yeah.
He has a reputation with that hair. He needs to keep that up.
Rolling Miller Light. I like that.
Oh,
Clegg
good.
was the one who bought all the beer, so he's really to blame for the Miller Lite.
So he clegged up the beer.
There you go,
He
Hamma.
clegged up the beer. You got
Is
full
that
screen
bearded
on that way.
monstrosity to the right? Is that Kid Riot?
Yeah, Kid
Yes,
Riot.
it is.
Yep.
That's Kid Riot.
Nice. Kid Riot was good there too. He helped line up a lot of that last community event, didn't he? From what I heard, that 12v12v12.
Yeah, yep. There's
The oxygen bar. There it is. Yeah, we found him. We were walking out getting some pizza the one morning. It was like 1 in the afternoon. He just looked like he just woke up. He's like rolling to the oxygen bar. I'm like, man, you're hardcore.
we walked past and we're like, wait, is that?
Jax?
It is. He's just sitting there. He's got this thing on. We're
And
like,
I'm like,
we need a picture of that.
Dude, what flavors are you sniffing? He's like, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I learned there is that you can actually have flavored oxygen. I didn't know you could flavor oxygen.
Yeah, if anybody notices, look up at the price for oxygen.
20 minutes.
Naturally occurring gas in the air. Let's just look up a little bit how much it costs to have oxygen pumped in to your
Holy
nose.
crap, man! $46.
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw that. I was like, "You joking me?
Well,
That's outrageous."
it has a scent, right? I mean, that costs something.
And
What's
the
the scent, yeah.
machine.
Yeah, I'm sure the machine isn't cheap. You know?
You know, they had oxygen bars at the airport when I left out.
Are you
And
serious?
they were doing some crazy stuff with some metal prong thing where they were rubbing the guy's ear at the same time he was sniffing the oxygen. It was kind of crazy.
I don't know what you saw, but that's messed up. I don't think it's what we're talking about.
It was called Oxygen and a Massage.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Oh, this one was good.
Oh, wow.
Here's another good one, Hamma. I don't know if everybody saw this during the costume contest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the most epic costume ever.
Yes, Vanu Max, and I think that was the winner of the costume contest.
Yeah, she won Best of Show.
She was... Whose outfit was she part of? Because they were talking about it afterwards, and I
I'm
couldn't
actually
remember.
not sure.
They said that she put in, like... They were chatting about it, and overheard them. They said that she put in some god-awful amount of hours to get that thing going. And she definitely deserved it, because that thing was amazing.
It was, yeah. Absolutely.
When she went up on stage and they're like, "Who's gonna win?" Everybody just like sat there, like, "Really? We're gonna even ask?" Like they get up there and they're like, you just hear this like uproar of like, "Yeah, she won! Yeah!" It was amazing.
And
it was almost as lopsided as the talent show.
Oh, that's a good point.
Quite as lopsided as a talent show. 300 and something to 12.
Oh, it was horrible. Like they did a live voting thing, and it was who was the guy who sang that EverQuest song?
Or an X.
Yep.
Okay, so whoever he was amazing, and everybody knew it. Like he got a standing ovation. He blew out the whole place. And then other people are doing a great job too, but then he just did such a good job that when they went to live voting, like they went over to watch the graphs, and all you saw was his. Like the rest of them weren't even like showing. Basically, they were so low.
Well,
and he's like, yeah, it was funny.
That was kind of like the crowd choice for the costume contest as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you want to vote for the girl in leather or anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh, that poor group of people. They had this girl all decked out in like skimpy leather. They're like, "Are you gonna vote for the skimpy leather girl or this dude dressed up like a barbarian?" Really? Who do you think's gonna win that?
It's like 90% dudes in the audience.
Yeah. Like I wonder who got this. Yeah, it was an interesting show.
I think this next picture shows pure joy on Tork's face.
Oh man.
Which one was it? Oh no, I
don't want. Oh yeah.
Oh. I walked up to him like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm gonna pick you up, cool?" And he didn't even like give me a second. He's like, "All right, whoop!" He just jumps up in my arms. I'm like, "All right, let's do this." Take a picture.
So it's that kind of party, huh? All right.
Yeah, I was like, "All right, cool." It was he had no hesitation. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pick you up. Let's get a picture." He's like, "All right, boom." So he's already in my arms before I even have a chance to like put my arms out, ready to go. I'm like, "All right."
Oh man. Classic.
He was enjoying that. Luckily, if you see behind him, like on the right, there's all this clothes. He was smart enough where he wasn't just rolling around in his Speedo the entire time. He's actually dressing up, and then when he was ready to go, he would pop off all of his clothes like a stripper and just jump into somebody's arms.
Well, the funny thing is I was talking to him like the day before or whatever, and I was like, "You should have gotten a pair of tearaway pants, man. That would have just been epic." And he's like, "Yeah, I looked around. I couldn't find any that I liked." I was like, "Wait, what? there's more than one kind of tearaway pants?"
Yeah, I didn't know there was a whole bunch of varieties. Like,
yeah, who knew? I mean, like,
yeah. Any one that have like a button where it like blows off your body instead of like you having to tear them away, they just like explode like off your body.
That sounds dangerous. There's some very sensitive areas that you don't want to get blown off.
Just have them on the clasps. You don't have to have them like in the adult areas. It's not. I think we're all like that.
Okay, all right. Well, I had to go down that road. That's my job.
Next year, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna have like all the stuff. Yeah, a big glowing suit.
I'm gonna have tearaway hammer pants.
Nice.
Parachute pants, right?
You can't touch this.
Mm-hmm.
So we only talked about like the MLG. We talked about your panel. We talked about the State of the Vanu Sovereignty panel, and there was a whole bunch of other panels. They had the Player Studio panel. I mean, are we allowed to talk about EQ Next on a PS2 show?
Sure.
Is that allowed? What'd you guys think about that? And that picture, by the way, is amazing.
Yeah, epic. There was a lot of PlanetSide 2 represented in the costume arena this year. There was a dude that was dressed up as a Light Assault too, TR Light Assault.
Yeah,
it was a younger guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a younger guy. He had and he even had the Nanite Systems SMG
Yep.
Which I thought was neat because nobody, I doubt, most folks did faction-specific things, and he busted out with the PDW. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, the gold one?
Yeah,
I think that's getting everybody's vote, and they're like, he's got a gold SMG.
He's got a gold one. He spent a lot of cash on that.
Yeah, he dropped a lot of station cash.
It's a gold like commissioner next to his leg. He'd been good to go. Like $40 on the game right there, baby.
Oh man!
Boom.
Boom.
But there was a lot of PlanetSide cosplay, which that's traditionally very much a realm of fantasy.
Yeah.
Gamers, and so that was neat.
I think we actually have a picture from the EverQuest panel.
We do.
Yeah, the one of Smed.
Oh yeah.
I sent one of the links to you.
Yeah, that one there.
It was good.
Smed.
It was good.
Smed Rock. That is pretty funny.
Yeah, isn't it?
We can talk about EverQuest next a little bit if you want. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but it looks pretty badass. That's pretty much all
I was
have to say
excited
about that.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like I thought that the voxel idea, like throwing in Minecraft basically on top of EQ, was pretty cool. Personally.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even play EQ, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna kind of try and take MMOs and RPGs in a new direction, and that's...
Pan away from me now. I don't want to drink on camera again.
All right.
I don't want to offend you.
one of the funny things during the EverQuest Next reveal was when they first showed the character models in the environment. My first thought was, what is that wizard doing on Indar?
Yeah.
Because it was, and I was like, I'd pay good money if a mag rider would roll over the hill and blast the hell out of her.
Yeah.
It was very like when they were flying, when they're doing the fly through with the observer cam for the EQ opening. I was like, man, that looks a lot like Indar.
It does.
Flying right through the canyon.
It was like they were about to, and the wizard, the spire things there looked like a warp gate. So yeah, it was totally Indar.
Whoa, there's the crown. I think I see the crown over there.
Yeah.
That looks like a great new continent idea. Let's spin that up. Can we have that ready for PlanetSide 2 next month?
Oh man. I mean,
it would be awesome.
It looks pretty awesome. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the landmark thing as well.
I'm looking forward to playing EverQuest.
I love building shit. And,
I haven't played any of the franchise.
I've played a lot of Minecraft. I have a blast playing that. So.
Isn't that a great cross-promotional idea? Like every area or territory or whatever. I don't know if they're going to split it up and instance it like EQ1, but if you could do this zone is now a new continent in PS2, you could have I don't know what Freeport is like a continent in PS2. It'd be amazing or something like that. It's like cities and big bases and I just happened to play this on EQ later, and I'm shooting people on it now.
Only if we're allowed to bomb the hell out of it and blow it up.
Yeah, I want to kill
exactly.
I want to kill
the
all
voxel
the...
idea, the destroying of the world would be amazing. Bring some EQ continents in and let us blow the cities up instead of just each other.
Oh yeah, they spawn it up and you just fly through with liberators and just bomb all the the ogres to death. And they're just like, what's going on? This doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even play together. And they're just dying everywhere and just bombs dropping. It'd be amazing.
I want to kill all the NPC vendors. That's my favorite thing to do in those games.
The high level and the high level and the low level areas, killing all the NPCs.
Yeah. You run up to them and then you just one shots you. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do in those games.
The guy farming the leveling zone. What a dick. I remember that back in the day. That sucked.
Yeah, there was always somebody doing that, right? Some no
Always somebody.
Some no life asshat who's top rank in a day.
Then you'd have to call all your 60 friends to gank him.
Yeah, then you'd have to. Yeah, it was like West Side Story all over again. You had to get everybody together and start
West
fighting
Side
it out.
Story.
Everybody line up and dancing. It's chorus girls all over. It was pandemonium.
Exactly.
I see snapping. It's stabbing people.
Jen and I used to one of our old school well, it was a guild in that game, but one of our old school guild things that we used to do is Jen and I would go into one of the taverns and take off all of our clothes in the game, and we would duel, and everybody would watch us.
Whoa, what? What? You go in butt naked and you duel each other. Is that what you're saying?
We would duel each other in the game, and everybody in our outfit would watch and
cheer.
commentate and cheer, and it was a good time. And then I'd drink
I have to
booze in the
say-
game.
Not trying to be overly critical, but that's kind of screwed up, dude.
Isn't it? Right?
Okay, you try being married for 9 years and spicing shit up, okay?
Yeah, we just had to fight it out in the game. Let's go battle it out in Goldshire tonight. That's what I need to do.
I always won.
Oh no!
She always did win.
I always ended up on top.
Whoa,
Oh.
I can't. This is just gone down the road. All right, everybody, it was a great show. We'll catch you next time.
So let's veer away from the WoW Goldshire topic because I know that's a sore subject for some people.
I have PTSD from that. Oh man. Anyway, sorry. What else do we have on our topic list?
So how about PlanetSide 2?
So was there everything about ESFs?
What about it?
That's a bad subject already. I didn't
Yeah, we talked about that for 2 hours last night almost on F&O. I don't know if I want to talk about that anymore.
Talk about it again. Reverse maneuver. It's horrible. It's so bad. It's ruining the game.
Well, I mean...
Take it out. No, don't take it out.
The example that I used when I was part of that discussion was actually Jen. I used her as an example because she never knew how to fly and she was never good at flying in any game that she played, and she would take off and just crash into the ground immediately, and she decided at one point that she wanted to learn how to fly in PlanetSide 2, and so she got on the freaking stream and let everybody watch her crash into the ground and learn how to play over a couple months, learn how to fly, and now all she does is fly. And it's a rewarding experience now because she went through all the trouble to learn how to do it well. And I think that the game needs lots of things like that you can,
It's more rewarding if you work for it, Maybe I'm from the generation that likes to work for rewards.
Oh, let's not go down that road.
I don't know. I mean...
Wow. We're taking this into a whole nother realm. We're not even talking about games anymore.
Yeah, I can't get into that road. That's just... I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't know.
I'm such an entitled generation. Sorry, go ahead.
I just don't want them to dumb it down so much that it defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
And everybody who worked hard in the game to learn how to do it right is kind of gypped now.
Well, everybody wants to feel like they achieved something, right? Like if they work hard, they feel like they should achieve something. And if any mechanic that either takes that away or allows others to do it without much work pisses people off. It doesn't even apply to mechanics as much as if you're working on something, somebody takes all your work and is able to do it just that much easier, people feel gypped.
Not only that is if you're trying to make a competitive game and then you're doing the complete opposite. You're dumbing it down, making it easier for people. You're not teaching skills and making it competitive. That, in my opinion, anyways. So.
And I mean, there's other things like that in PlanetSide too, as well. I honestly feel like the Infiltrator is something that takes a lot of time to figure out how to do well. I mean, you can't just start running around and being good at that right away. You start to learn the nuances of when to cloak, some of the places to hide, things like that, stuff that you don't really do when you're just ground pounding as regular infantry. And I think the payoff in the end is a lot of fun.
Anywhere that achieves A status in the game needs to be able to fly a dragon. They need to take an EQ asset and then you put it in the game, and you'd be able to fly a dragon. It's like Flame Breath. You just wipe out ESFs right and left. Holy shit, you should be put in.
I think that the goal, Higby has said many times, the goal is to make it deeper, and that the reverse, taking out the reverse maneuver, leaving it in, was an attempt to, take away something that they thought was if you can do this, you're great, but that's the gap, right? And as a non-pilot, and I don't fly at all, I often say the greatest flying service I can do for the sovereignty is to fly for the NC and crash into everybody, and that will help out the BS. But I want them to do that for pilots, because I want the game as a whole to be an enriching combined arms conflict. And so I want the pilots to have as deep a dogfighting and flying game as can be achieved in the game, just as much as I want the Infiltrator game to be as cool as it can be. What I do not want is for any particular play style to have an exclusive province over one area, or more than one perhaps area. So you say Biolabs as an example as a primarily infantry playground by the nature of the dome. And that's fine because that's one area of the game out of many. So I don't like ideas that would take aircraft away from the ground so high, raising that flight ceiling to the point where we can't affect them and then interact with us, because that takes away from the nature of the combined arms setting of PlanetSide and what makes PlanetSide, and the massive warfare that it is. So anyway, make the piloting and dogfighting as deep as you want. Make the skills curve, perhaps more graduated, as not so steep, perhaps a slight, not as steep a gradient, and keep on doing that, and don't ever make it untouchable by AA, and vice versa. That's my feeling on it. It also streams into, not to get too much off the ESF topic, on dome shields. I'm not a big fan of dome shields that can't be turned off, such that that seals off pilots from the ground. I recognize that's still in test server and still being looked at. So that's why I'm a big advocate of having some kind of generator that you can take out the dome shield and the defender have, had a tertiary objective. If you listen to the ReachCast live show and they talk about dome shields that can't be taken down, I'm the guy that says, yeah, I hate that idea, because I do. And so anyway, deep combined arms all around, and I think I made my point. I'll stop talking now. Thanks.
Cricket.
Alrighty then, that's awesome.
I'm just kidding.
Boom.
No, that's good stuff. Go ahead.
Hey, you didn't really talk much, Peeperz.
Yeah,
So,
now we're gonna put you on the spot.
all right.
yeah, on the spot. What's up?
Well, okay, we're talking about ESFs, and I'm a non-pilot. I'm one of those people that hasn't put in the time to figure out how to fly, and, to me, the reverse maneuver, the non-reverse maneuver, it doesn't matter to me either way. If the pilots think that it's the thing that separates the good from the bad from the ugly, me being the ugly, I say leave it in.
Oh man,
yeah, right?
no credit, dude. That's rough. Well, I mean, to hell with ESF. So that horse has been mutilated. I mean, what other stuff do you want to see put in the game? Like, what kind of stuff do you play that you want to see changed in the game? Because no way, everybody's been talking about ESFs. They haven't talked about like class rebalancing or class ability changes. They had some really cool talks about that SOE Live. I mean, Josh was talking about adding like zip lines. They can't really do it right now, but it sounds like a cool idea for later. A lot of people had some awesome ideas for classes.
Well,
Something
that I would like to see back in the game. You can only pull certain vehicles from certain bases, which I think is needed. Back to the days of PlanetSide 1, bring back the matrixing system. You can matrix to one base. If all you want to do is fly, you can, no matter where you die, you can spawn back at that base. If you're all the way across the continent, you can go back to that base. That's something that I think not knowing game development, I think would be an easy add-in and add to the game. If you want to always be pulling main battle tanks, spawn at a base that can pull one no matter what. Wherever you die, you can always spawn back at the same base. I think it adds a little something to the game, just something simple. Going back to PlanetSide 1 days. I mean, other than that, I see I like the direction the game's going. I like the changes. I like the more in-depth flying ground. PlanetSide 1 was a lot more. Anybody could do anything in PlanetSide 1. Flying was so easy. And that's what everybody did. There wasn't a whole lot of anything. If you wanted to, for lack of a better term, kill horror, you flew. PlanetSide 2, there's a whole lot more that you can do.
Yeah.
And I'm just now starting to get into some of the other stuff. I mean, I did not play Maxes until just recently, ever. And I'm finding out, hey, our VS Maxes are pretty, killer. I did a lot of infiltrator stuff. I'm starting to get better at the infiltrator stuff. Like you said, there's a learning curve with everything that you do in this game. There's a learning curve, and I like that. I think that it adds something to the game. It keeps people coming back. You can't get in and be Uber day one.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. In case anybody's not looking at the chat, looks like a hotfix just went out. Not much in the notes, just one bullet point, but I know there's been some stability issues and some strange stuff going on, so it looks like they just put out a hotfix for that. And also, Peeperz, you just got called out in the chat.
I'm not reading the chat, so...
Only wants to know where your dog tags are at. He's not happy.
Oh, my dog tags, they're here.
Oh,
okay,
he's not amused at all.
I rebagged them up. I'll pull out a keychain. I rebagged all my stuff up. I have a PlanetSide 2 poster and all my dog tags that I am taking to get framed. So
cool.
Oh, nice, man. That's
here's
awesome.
my dog tags. 40 Deuce, represent.
Hey, check this out, Hamma. Pop that up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice setup right there.
It's right next to my PC. My wife was pissed when I came home and had slapped all this stuff up. Like I was gonna put a calendar there. I'm like, no, all my shit's going there.
Yeah, I had to convince my wife. The way I convinced her was I'm actually gonna take it and get it professionally done, so it doesn't look so slapped together. So
Yeah, I gotta get.
You
I
call
gotta
my
get that
shit
done.
slapped together?
come on, that looks like thumbtacks on your wall, man.
Get out of here.
I gotta get that done myself. We still have some concept art sitting in the closet that we haven't had framed yet.
Yeah.
Which one was that one? The one that's in the closet? Can't remember.
I don't know.
But we've got quite the shrine to PlanetSide going on here. You guys can see the stuff behind me, all the badges and.
Well,
It's beautiful.
I got the art behind me. I don't know if they can really see it. I might have to
You
tip
got
my
the
camera.
the old school. Yeah, they can see it there. You get the Vanu Max concept and the Prowler gun that never actually went into PlanetSide 1 concept, but still pretty damn cool. That's when they actually used to draw stuff. They don't really do.
They actually used to draw stuff.
Well, they used to draw it like on paper. Like these are like real
Where you
deal.
at?
And now they draw it on tablets and stuff. Not that that's a bad thing, but having stuff that's actually physical is pretty neat. Even the concept art that they sold or auctioned off for EQ Next, which was some pretty badass stuff. I don't know if you guys looked at it or not. I would have bid on some of it if it wasn't like $200 to get some of it. But that was printed out concept art that that they drew out in the game.
Peeperz says they still draw stuff.
Do they
you
still
like
draw
do
stuff?
you like
That's
doodle
good.
for fun or doodle on your desk and stuff like?
Yeah. Well, I know they still draw technically, but like physically on a drawing board, they're actually drawing, coloring in the stuff with pencils and all sorts of stuff like that. I'm sure you guys still do a little bit of that, but you don't really see it all that much anymore. So, it's really cool to have won some of these. We got these previous years at SOE Live when they did some of the auctions, and we hacksorted our way into getting the Vanu one.
You said they have animators that draw physically. I would love to see some animation drawings,
cool.
like some of the concept drawings. That'd be amazing. I would bid on that for heartbeat.
Yeah.
PS2 stuff.
Yeah, I hope they put. I was disappointed that there wasn't really any PlanetSide stuff, except for like some banners and stuff like that on the.
It was all PS2. It was all EQ
Yeah.
stuff. They didn't have any like really no like PS2 stuff to bid on. I was bummed. I was hoping I could get something like a lock of Higby's hair for maybe like $25 or something. That'd be amazing.
You could frame it.
You
Yeah,
put it
I
in
can
the-
frame it
put
up.
Put it in
Little,
the locket, keep it close to your heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, or you could do that. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's how you want to roll,
it's-
just a little
bring
glass
you good luck. I
box.
could rub on it.
Or you could use it
Oh.
to tickle something that Sundance says.
You could see
My
it.
good luck charm. I just rub it, and it gets my good luck charm.
You can
It'd
see
be
if
great.
it's all it's cracked up to be. You can see if Sundance is right.
It's kind of like tiger blood. Gets that Never mind. That's a knock.
No, you went out
Yeah.
there and then and then Google muted you. It was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
That joke sucks.
Even
This,
Google disapproves.
This
Do we have
behind
a-
me.
Can we take a quick break? Can we I gotta make another drink. Yeah.
Oh, you getting hosed? I'll just not put you on the camera. You can just get up and walk away. I don't have a
Yeah,
problem
yep.
with that. Just don't make too much noise. So the other thing that I have up here is actually when we did our mobilization back in the day, when we did the PlanetSide Universe get together in Orlando. It's actually the menu from the. We had like a big dinner one night. It's actually the menu. It's framed, and it says Hard Rock welcomes PlanetSide Universe for mobilization alpha. It's pretty badass. I'd like to do another one of those again someday, but it's so much work. And SOE does them, so I don't really have to do a PlanetSide Universe get together. Although I
Let
would
them
like
do the work.
to do a local Texas area meetup of those guys. Sorry about that. It said it detected drop frames and then Twitch just killed the stream. I was like, oh well, thanks.
And I'm sorry if you heard me swearing. Actually,
I detect
I'm not really
drop
sorry.
frames. I drop you. Done.
Nice. All right. So let's mix it up a little. Well, we're technically not mixing it up, but so what was the craziest shenanigan that you saw during
Singular?
SOE Live?
At SOE Live.
No, you can do more than one if you want.
Top 3.
Your top 3.
Top
And the
three.
cat is here. Okay.
All right. So Torkz.
No, God, Peeperz. Start on Peeperz. Hold on, just give me a minute.
I need to think.
Oh, look, he's drinking again. The guy's an alcoholic. What's he doing?
I told you I was making a drink.
Oh man.
Vodka straight.
Oh God, no, I can't do that. That's
Friggin'
too much for me.
Excuse the cat. What the hell, Chase? Get out of here.
What's up, man? How you doing? You doing all right today?
He wanted on the camera, right? Meow.
That's what he wants. That's what he wants to do, man. I'm not going to judge him.
That cat looks awesome, dude. He looks.
He's pretty badass.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He wants attention. He came up to me too.
One of the things, it wasn't really a shenanigan moment, but one of the craziest moments where I was like face palming was during the PSU panel that we did, and when we asked who the executive producer of PlanetSide 2 was, and it
no
was
one
like
knew.
complete silence in the room.
Well, there were people that knew but didn't want to, because it was a reward. They didn't want to. You say, "Hey, I know," because they didn't want the reward, so they were letting everybody else, and no one knew. And I kind of was like face palming.
Yeah, everybody was just, and then somebody finally guessed. We went through like 3 people. I'm just glad that Josh was not there.
Yes.
He'd been like, "Thanks a lot, everybody."
I was like, "Great, thanks."
It's like, I hope you like this game. I'm out of here.
Awesome community you guys got here.
Yeah, bunch of dicks. But that was for the NC China Joy dog tag as well. So that was a pretty sweet reward.
Is that the arsenic covered ones?
Yeah, that was the one that was
arsenic
covered in
one.
You
arsenic.
can't put them in your mouth.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the dude died after he left there. He was like, "Oh, this is really," and then he just died.
Dead on the spot.
Just right in the room. Oh, now we're gonna do a show and tell with the cats. That's
Hey, come here, Charlie. You're showing cats.
all right. That's all right. You can just move him. All right. He's not happy. Oh, he's holding onto the microphone. He just tore off a piece of my microphone. Epic. Oh wow. But anyway, that was my facepalm moment throughout the whole thing. I'm trying to think of. I actually can't find like the top shenanigan myself.
You know, I don't know about it being a shenanigan. Oh, there's a dog. Look at that. I don't know about it being a shenanigan, but I actually, after the EQ Next review, was talking to a couple of EQ2 players, and we were talking about EQ, and then one of them looks down and grabs my badge and says, "Oh, you're here for PlanetSide, really?" and walked away from me.
That's just wrong.
Oh wow. Well, that reinforces what we were saying earlier, right?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, they didn't like us because we were too rowdy, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, that is hilarious.
They're all drunks. I even got I got an EQ guy that looked at me. He's like, "What do you play?" I know as a woman, we were going to Starbucks. She was drinking. Me and Knox were getting a drink. She was drinking. We were getting coffees. She's like, "What do you guys do?" I'm like, "Oh, we do a podcast for PS2." She's like, "Oh." That's literally how the discussion went. I'm like, "Oh man, that's not good. That's not a good start to this."
Oh.
We ended up talking later, but the opening was amazing.
I'm not sure if I can take you seriously right now.
Your
you
dog
talking
is so cute.
What are you talking about?
He's just like looking at the screen like, what the F's going on there?
Yeah, we were talking about about coffee and stuff. She does a EQ2 podcast, and so she was I think she does Evercast.
Oh,
But
yeah.
she was really
yeah.
cool. She was
Yeah.
nice. The dog's telling you this, by the way.
Yeah,
The
I
dog
know.
is talking
I know
to
that's
me.
a dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
I was gonna say I met the dude who organizes the Evercast as well while we were there. So it's cool to see that sort of stuff starting to spin up in the EQ community. I don't think they really had anything like that. So I think they're probably going to be they'll probably be the main one out there, like the AGN equivalent, I guess, because we are the main thing. I'm just kidding.
My humility is astounding.
I'm kidding. I'm not being serious.
One of the things that's you notice about everyone, with the announcement of EverQuest Next, there's a lot of these popping up right now. Because everybody,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of folks, there's a lot of interest, and a lot of buzz. There's a lot of folks, we're the Evercast, we're the Evercasters, we're the Evercasting folk, and we'll see how many there are, 12 months from now when they figure out how much work it is.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot of work.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do it, but I know it's a lot of work, and you guys know better than anybody. So, that'll be interesting to see.
Someone said in
Yeah.
chat, EverQuest Universe, ?
No, I thought
You
about
gotta
it.
get a dash. You gotta get a dash.
I actually thought about it. I actually considered it, but I don't think I'm going to go down that road.
Well, you did purchase
I
the
actually
name of
do
it.
own all those domains, so nobody else can take it. I do have that. I actually have a Twitter account as well, but I don't think I'm going to go down that road.
I
so.
don't think Hamma, if, for some reason, God forbid, PlanetSide 2 horribly went bad and the community ended, would do another community. It's a lot of work.
I think this will probably be my final, like, PlanetSide 2 is going to be my thing, like, from here on out. I don't think I'm going to get into another community website. It's just, it's just
Dude,
a
I thought it was all fun and play. I didn't think there was any work involved. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right?
You're doing something wrong. It's
I
all
know.
fun and play.
You guys just get on ReachCast, right? And you just talk. You don't do anything else, right? You spend like an hour recording that show, and then that's it.
We don't
You
even record it. We have somebody else do it. We just kind of just talk.
Exactly.
You know, they tell us the time. Yeah.
You don't spend any of that time doing anything,
Have
right?
other people phone it in.
Yeah, we have the whole community phones in the entire show. Basically, we just sit there and listen.
All right.
We put
And it's funny how many people have walked up to us during events and stuff and said, "Hey, so PlanetSide Universe is your work, right?" And
Yeah.
I said, "No."
not quite.
Hamma works full time, and then he comes back and does PlanetSide Universe stuff, and yeah, so
Yeah,
he has another job that actually pays the bills.
yeah. And
So-
it is kind of
You're
funny.
telling me
A lot
that it
of people
doesn't
don't.
pay all your bills? Like I thought you were famous.
I'm pretty sure.
Making it rain station
You're like this
cash.
Pretty sure it
everywhere
doesn't,
you go.
doesn't pay any bills at all.
PlanetSide makes it rain.
Yes, makes it rain all over Hamma. He walks in, he's got like gold like recliners. He's got like like a Bentley out front.
Don't
Yeah,
make
you-
me
oh,
pull.
yeah.
Don't make me pull
You
up
know
the
it.
picture of the limo Torkz. Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what she's talking
that's-
about either.
She's making things up.
She
I don't
is.
appreciate that.
Speaking of vehicle pictures, anyone catch Higbee's nanite plates?
They're pretty sweet, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Who's got a pic of his car? Because his car is a
Oh
badass
yeah,
car.
yeah. We got to pull that up. Go on Higbee's Twitter.
Well, I've-
First, she's gonna do this and put.
Someone says that he did.
Torkz on the spot.
Yeah. Oh, Torkz.
What are you
What's up with
talking
that?
about?
I don't know when
Who
that was
sent the
taken,
limo for
or
you?
I don't know when that was taken or who got that ride.
Those shorts are terrible. I'm never wearing those shorts again. Those are bad. So just,
What do you
those
want?
shorts are
You want the
disgusting.
picture of Higbee's plates? That's it.
Yeah, his license plate.
Okay.
Take a look at his. Should be.
I know where it is. I just was looking at it.
Torkz and the limo.
I
So
think-
that's the podcaster's life right there,
It
right?
wasn't even my limo.
Making it
wasn't even my
rain.
limo. Like it's just, I don't even know why I'm catching crap. It wasn't even my limo. These two are giving me crap. It wasn't even mine.
There you go, Hamma.
That is pretty badass.
Yeah, you gotta hand it to him on that one. That is just awesome.
He's got a little scratch on the back of his car. He needs to get taken care of, though.
And that's a nanite system license plate frame as well. I don't know if that comes out in the stream or not, but
Where did he print that? I want that.
I don't
Where
know.
did he get that done?
I don't know.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm tempted to
Give
do
him
something
that.
like that now.
That's pretty cool.
I'll allow it.
Sorry, but yeah, that's. I mean, he rolls deep. I'm not gonna argue with him. Yeah, he doesn't screw around with his car. What is that he drives again? Like a Porsche?
Yeah, it's a Porsche, something or other. I don't know much about
Man.
Porsches.
Jeez.
Boss
Man, I
stats.
wish I was. I need to be an EQ dev or not an EQ.
Oh my
dev,
God!
PS2
Every
dev.
single cat is in here.
Is that what you? Is that?
No,
that it?
seriously.
You just want to become the. You just want to get the fast cars. You don't care about the game.
Yeah, it's nothing about the community or game. I just want
It's all
fast
about
cars. I just want
it's
fast
about the-
cars.
It's the fast cars, the limos, and the chicks, right? That's all it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Tom
you
should be here.
definitely
He's
have to
all
show
about that crap. He's all
Okay,
about
let's
that
see if
crap.
I can get enough slack to show this.
No, you don't have to go all the way over there. Just point it. They can see our trash can over there too.
Yeah. Look at this.
All right, hold
They're
on, hold
never
on, hold
in
on.
here when we're doing these shows. Occasionally, the stray one will walk up.
That's scary. That's kind of creepy. It's like the old. It's like they stare at you until you die and then
Like-
they eat you.
Oh, you know why? It's 15 minutes before dinner time. That's why they're here.
That's awesome. I'll
The
allow it.
kitties. The kitties are littered about.
Look at Archer. He's just like, I'm gonna fuck with you right now. Your tail is hanging out. All right.
Hey, that language.
Come on, you cannot say that on the air.
It's my show, Hamma. It's my show.
Inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Oh man.
So I got a little topic I want to bring up. That's all right with you, Hamma.
No,
it's
you
kind of
can't.
near. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's near and dear to my heart. I've been trying to get a group of people I play with outside of PS2 before I ever started doing stuff with PS2, and I try to get a group of them involved in it. And I've had the hardest time selling people on this game. And after the first experiences with it, some love it because of what it is, and some people drop off. What is it about this game that's so hard about barrier to entry for new players? What do you guys think it is? Why do you think What do you think that the game could do better so that there wasn't such a barrier to entry and people actually stuck with the game after they played?
Google was not interested in the last half of what you had to say, by the way.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Again, this is twice this week. Hang on, it's screwed with me.
I'm pretty sure everybody heard it though. At least I'm hoping anyway. I heard it.
In,
So hopefully
in short, what could be better about the game to get new players to actually stick with it and stay with it? Because I've been, as much as I try to sell the game to new players, the game is amazing in its own right, but people just have a hard time sticking with it. Even players that people I play other games with, they don't know why. They won't tell me why. They're like, I'm just not interested, and they'll drop off. So.
Yeah, I mean, so some of the things that they've been doing has been good, like the tutorial and stuff like that. And we talked about some of this on F&O a little bit last night too. But there was what the heck was it? They're putting together what they're calling, I guess, for lack of a better term, a quiz. So you take a bunch of questions. So when you start the game, you answer a bunch of questions about what you want to do in the game. Do you like helping people? Do you like shooting people? Questions like that. I don't know if those are the actual questions or not, but. And then based on all those, at the end, it'll tell you what class they think you should be playing, and they'll give you a reward or a starter pack that's going to have some weapons and stuff like that to unlock in there. That's another piece of making it easier. And I think, and somebody mentioned this in chat too, that the cert thing is kind of a barrier because it's kind of daunting. I think that putting together a bunch of, and I don't know if they plan on doing this. I think they do. Putting together a bunch of builds, like recommended configurations for your class that's suggested to you.
Like out of the gate builds that you should push towards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I think that would help too, because people could take a look at that stuff and maybe it would explain a little bit better what it all means. I don't think there's a whole lot of good explanation about the cert system or the ability to customize your character. I think that's one of the things that's really missing from the new player experience. I think there's just a lot of different things that they can do. But in the end, the problem is you get shot and you die and people are like, well, I don't want to die. And then they just quit.
I mean,
that's the end result. Like, I just died. I don't know what it is. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm just
I have
Shylus.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have a close group of gaming friends of mine that I've been with for over, with a decade. We played many games together over the years, many MMOs, mostly RPGs, and they are definitely RPG people. And I'm not the only shooter person, but I'm very much certainly the only PlanetSide player. And they tried it, I think, to humor me to an extent. And this was right after the game launched, and they downloaded it and came in there. And of course, we had, as we all know, and they've come a long way of fixing this issue in the meantime. No tutorial. You got dropped in, a hot drop. Good luck, it's like the bird got tossed out of the nest, and then, some BR1, you land in the middle of battle, and you get your head blown off by the passing lightning. And the comments I got back on my forum was, WTF is this game? This is all about tough love. I'm like, there needs to be some kind of, that's the first thing they said. Kid Riot even mentioned it in chat earlier. It's all about, about the tutorial. And they've gone a long way to fixing that. But then you run into the issue of, first impressions are everlasting, right? So their first, so that they've largely fixed that issue now. But I think that's part of the problem. So part of that question is how do I get somebody like that back? So there's that, and then the cert thing looks more daunting than it is, because you can be effective with default equipment, and you can be effective with what you come right out of the box, and you can be, you can do it. You can play the game effectively with the stuff that you start with, and you can do that for as long as you like, and that's the truth. But that is not immediately apparent to anybody who's played an MMO, which most MMOs, thanks to the evolution of the genre over time, have all been about gear, progression, getting this, and getting to an end game. We have fantasy MMOs, thank you for that. So you come in with that kind of mentality, and so you think, well, surely I've got to have 10,000 certs before I can get started, which is not true, but you have to come over that misconception. So I'm not sure what the right answer is to do that. But those are some of the barriers I see to keeping and maintaining folks that's been fixed with the tutorial, and some of the misconceptions about what PlanetSide is because of its unique nature. Because the only thing that's like PlanetSide 2, or even remotely like PlanetSide 2, is PlanetSide 1. So, which I also played for years and years and years. So, I've never played a Battlefield game. I've never played a Call of Duty game. I played PlanetSide. So, I've got a lot of experience introducing people to this stuff, and I think those are part of the issues we have. So, but my good friends in House Arcanum, who I've been with for over a decade, and they're the best, e-buds I've ever had, probably won't spend more than a modicum of time in the game, no matter what I say. So those are some of the issues.
Interesting.
Peeperz knows all about this.
Yeah. Well,
Peeperz.
what I run into is not so much getting people to try the game, it's getting them to stay with the game for longer than a week. And I think a lot of it has to do with how do you win the game. There's no winning. I mean, sure, you take territory, you lose territory, you take territory, you lose territory. It's all about the accomplishment. It's all about the journey to get there. And the way people are wired, a lot of them nowadays, is you have to win, and there is no win. And that's my biggest barrier to getting people to stay with the game. I mean, they get in it, and you have a good time, and after a week they say, okay, so now there should be some sort of an end game, and how do we win? And they see themselves taking territory, and then they lose it. Well, and anybody that plays PlanetSide and loves PlanetSide knows it's all about the battle and not so much about the win. And that's pretty much my experience now. And I had a group of people similar to yours that we all started out, we all played. They're more fantasy players, and they played for a week, and our division pretty much died. We have 3 people still playing the game.
Oh yeah.
It's
kind of a weird setup. I'll take three people that kind of epitomize what I saw as far as the results of most of the group we play with. We had one. I played with him a lot. I spent some time one-on-one with him to play with him in vehicles and lib bombing, running on infantry. This is how you do a cert here and there. I don't know, maybe 10 hours or so. That dude got all up in this game. He loves it now. But the other 2 guys didn't have time to play as much one-on-one. I played maybe an hour or 2 with them, and they're all right with the game. One of them dropped off immediately because he didn't get through that barrier, that initial barrier of oh, this is what this game's about. Because it's just different. It's just different than what most people are used to. He didn't understand the vehicles. I mean, tutorial goes a long way to that, but I think people are looking for people to guide them through that initial part. I think a lot of people don't like built-in tutorials because that's just, I don't know, maybe that's just the gaming group. Some people do well with tutorials, but a lot of people just want their hand held through it so they can understand and talk with somebody about why they needed things fixed. And I think once they get through that, people really realize what kind of an open-ended game and how revolutionary this kind of game is. So, man, the Google Hangouts, I swear to God.
It likes you.
Yeah, apparently. It's not like I have a crap mic. Seriously. So when you get them through that barrier to entry, people love the game. But EQ's got that. What do they call it? Pathfinder, guide system. What do they call it? Guide program.
Volunteer guide.
Can we please get a guide program spun up for PS2? If you could get 40 people a day to guide some more people through just for a couple hours, I guarantee your retention would go way up, way up. I mean, there's no way that wouldn't help. So
Maggie says she's working on it.
She's working on it. They're already on it. All right,
that's cool.
My 2 bits, my 2 pennies are done. I'm rubbing them together.
She said it in caps too, so that's true.
She's serious about it. It's caps. Make it so. Yeah, I wouldn't
bust a cap in that program.
I wouldn't imagine to be called guide program. That doesn't really fit PlanetSide, but yeah, definitely that's something cool. Absolutely, be cool to see that. All right, so we have just a little under 10 minutes left. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Something that's itching to get out there? Something that you just want to get out to the masses?
No, not really.
Something's really just burning you.
I have a question. Would you guys all recommend everyone who's listening or watching the recording later go to SOE Live? Was it a worthwhile experience?
Oh yeah, I'm already saving for next year, and my wife is coming with me. And
oh, nice, man.
We already have a couple of people in our gamer group that I've already said they're coming also based on the experiences I've had in Twitter and all that, Facebook and good stuff. So this was my first experience ever with any kind of convention, and I would go in a heartbeat.
Really, Cyber? Seriously.
I will And moving on. Okay, so I will definitely go again. Work permitting, I will absolutely go again. But only if Murda goes. No, I'm kidding. This is my third time going to one of these events. I've been to 2 fanfares, and this is now the rebranded SOE Live. It's been a blast every time, and I absolutely would go back. It was great meeting everybody, of course, and it was great seeing all the shenanigans. And yeah, I mean, money and work willing, you'll see me there again next year.
Hamma?
I was going to put Torkz.
Don't you pin it on me. No,
look,
you
he's
go.
going to have another drink.
You
He's
go.
drinking
Every
again.
time you are on camera, you're drinking something. You know that?
I'll
Don't you
go.
put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
All right.
I'll
It's
go.
because every time I pull up like a drink, he pops it on me. He knows what he's doing.
Right?
Man.
Yeah. That just happens that way, right? Not that you're drinking all the time.
I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that accusation at all. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
I'd say
He's just
by
gonna drop
far
the
this
mic.
has been the best SOE fanfare / live, and every year is a blast, and you meet new people. We get to meet you guys from the community. You get to meet us, and a lot of the times I feel douchey because everybody knows who I am, but I don't know who they are.
Douche.
Yes, but I'd like to say the PlanetSide community is really awesome there. They all hang out together. I mean, we all have our factions, and we all say, you know, this is better and this is better. When we come together in these types of environments, we're all really there because we love PlanetSide, and you can really tell that we have a pretty tight-knit community. So we want to see more people come, and as I get light on my face, but
It's all right.
come and support SOE and come and meet your outfit mates. Have your outfit out there. Take part in these events. It's definitely worth the trip, and you'll have lots of memories that will last a lifetime.
And maybe even some new diseases. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
No, but I'm going to go ahead and agree with that. I mean, we've been to I think 3 now. By far this past. Oh God, it just happened.
The light's getting you, man.
Man.
It's getting you.
Blinded by the light.
Nice. But no, by far this year was definitely the best SOE Live that I've been to so far. There was a lot of PlanetSide 2 players, and there were some really cool events, some awesome panels. And yeah, like she was saying, I mean, everybody just hangs out together, and everybody that's there that has a love of PlanetSide, no matter who they are, opposing factions, opposing outfits, whatever, they all hang out together and have a good time. And it's a priceless event. It's a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of fun to hang out with everybody and meet everybody from the community. And it's the only place where I've ever been stopped every 5 feet to talk to somebody. It's like the opposite of high school. I guess when nobody wanted to talk to me.
That's a great tag. SOE Live, better than high school.
Better than high school, where you're cool. But no, definitely. If you can come out or have an opportunity to come out, definitely make your way there. And even though we talked a lot about the panels and stuff like that on here, but really the fact of the matter is the devs are accessible all the time. You don't need a panel to talk to a dev.
You can just walk up to
Just
Higby and
walk
start
up to
talking to
Higby.
Higby.
I mean, just walk up to him.
He may walk away, but
Yeah, right. He may just be like, "Who's this guy?" No,
he's
just
like,
kidding.
"I'm gonna go play Pie Gal. If you want to talk,
we'll see
come
later.
with me,
Yeah.
and I'll take your money."
Yeah, we'll see later. But I mean, they're all accessible. They're all right out there. They all want to talk to you, and it's an awesome event. I mean, you can pick people's brains on all sorts of crazy things. Like Shylus said, he was picking what's his name's brain, and I already forgot his name on the loading screen bug. I mean, there's just all sorts of opportunity like that while you're out there. You don't have to go to a panel to talk to a dev. It's not like they're locked behind some closed door and they only come out at certain times. I mean, even the EQ Next devs were right out there and talking to people, and they were like, everybody wanted to talk to them this year, and they were still right out there. They weren't locked behind some closed doors or anything. So, anyway, that's my
And my
spiel.
my disclaimer is, if you don't want to be licked, don't go to the Devil Dog's room when they've been drinking, which is every day.
We tried not to go down that road, and she goes down it again.
It's words to live by. I mean, if you like being licked, go for
right
it.
there. Mm-hmm. There's the
It's a good tip.
there's the shirt again. All right. Anybody else? You have anything, Torkz? You didn't really talk on this particular topic. You can have another drink or.
So, well, no, I mean. So at the opening ceremony, we got yelled out by probably about just like a third, like a small margin, we're all drunk assholes in PS2, and we scream really loud. We almost beat out the EQ2 guys or the EQ guys, and a combined group. All I care about is next year if we can just get maybe 100 more people and just blow out that entire room. I'd be happy, and I'm coming back. I just want to see a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'd really like to see a couple people from my outfit come out. Really, it's just me and Jen. It'd be really cool if some more of my outfit made their way out there. We have our own little meetup that we try and do every year, but it'd be cool to see a couple more folks from my outfit come out there and hang out.
Have dinner with the Peeperz. I mean, I did, and Torkz did.
Yeah.
You too could be having dinner with Peeperz.
I don't remember that. Which night was this?
The burger night. The burger night.
Oh, the super hot jalapeno. I remember that. That burned the crap out of my mouth.
You chugged your whole milkshake.
You don't even.
Oh my god.
Well, probably that side too.
Wow, he didn't even remember. He was like.
He's drunk. He's been drinking the whole show.
He was high on Gordon Ramsay.
Oh no, dude, no. That whole experience was amazing. I remember most of it now. It was
the blackout's finally fading.
He had PTSD.
Thanks. I had a milkshake and I had these like breaded peppers, stuffed peppers. We have stuffed peppers around here in the Midwest, and they're not hot. Like I'll eat a whole bunch of them. I got one big one there. I took a bite out of it. I was on fire the entire night. I was like just patting my mouth. Towel. I was drinking like milkshakes. Couldn't get it to go away. It was rough.
Bring me out some milk. Just a tall glass of milk. Just bring it out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I
no, he chugged his whole milkshake.
That was a great sound, by
freeze.
the way.
Is that like that?
Hey, is there any way that we could get like new sound packs in the game? I really want to see T-Ray be like, "Fool, I want to reload," or like something screamed like from like the Vanu side. That'd be amazing.
I'm your boss.
I would love that because I'm just so tired of everybody asking for batteries the same way.
Yeah. I need some batteries, man. I can't remember how T-Ray said. I didn't even have a sound bit. I can't play it right now. It's like, I need some ammo, dude. Come on, or something like that. I can't remember how he said it, but that's like generally the idea.
Who are them fools? Probably somebody I don't like.
Yeah, you got it, man. You know better than I do.
I listen to the ReachCast. Do you?
I apparently don't.
Clearly he does not.
Apparently I do not.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Well, thanks for having us on, Hamma.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a good time. I'm glad we got to talk about SOE Live. You guys should come out next year. All kidding aside, it was worth the money to go out.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It was worth the $75 for one drink.
Oh yeah,
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
pretty legitimate.
$75.
If you get one of those big ones, that's about right, dude. One of those really tall ones.
One of the guitar ones.
The guitar ones. Yeah.
The guitar ones. I only saw the other ones. But I just want to say, as long as we're talking about SOE Live again, I just want to thank Torkz and the rest of the ReachCast guys, Jenny and Hamma. You guys from the Deuce, you guys made this experience for us. To us, the players, you guys are a step above us. We were kind of intimidated meeting you guys at first, and by the end of the weekend, we were hanging out. We were, shooting the crap. Through you guys, we met more people than I think we would have met just going by ourselves and trolling around looking for people ourselves. So I just want to say thanks from the three of us from the 42 set up. Thanks for playing with us in the squad showdown. Thanks for showing us a great time. We had a blast, and I think a lot of that was because of you guys.
Dude, you made the show for yourself. We tagged along. I'm glad we got to find you guys for a team. Now, Derringer, on the other hand, was shaking, but I was loving your guys' company. For all kidding aside, we did have a good time with you guys and everyone else that was there. The PlanetSide 2 community, although small as far as in the whole picture of SOE Live, is probably one of the most tight-knit communities I've ever seen in any gaming community I've worked with. And everybody says that kisses ass, but in all actuality, like seriously, like you go there, people are talking to each other just in the halls will stop. They know each other, you know them by name. It's a good time. We love killing each other in game, but I've never seen people nicer in my life, except for Derringer. I kid you not. I heard this comment like, man, I hate these people, but I love killing people in this game. And he was joking at the time. Don't get me wrong, but it was.
You sure he was joking?
I called him out, and I'm like, dude, I hope you're not kidding because you're in community.
Oh man,
Yeah.
awesome.
But thanks. But yeah,
Yes,
come
I'm
out.
still here. Stupid.
You are?
Stupid pop-up. That pop-up came up.
I thought you were coming after me. I'm like, what did I do to you?
Are you sleeping?
No, it's the are you still there pop up.
Everybody got
that.
to see it.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
got to see it.
Thanks a lot, Google Hangouts. You're the best. All right,
No
that's
bitterness
my
there.
that's my
Good.
spiel. Come
You
out to
good?
SOE Live next
All
year.
right, absolutely. Agreed. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for coming on. One last question. Any more closing thoughts? Any more? One
No,
more?
thank you for having us on
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
show today. It was great. I'm pleased I got the opportunity to be here, and it's nice to be nice to be able to converse and participate. And yeah, just echo everyone has said. Please come, give us another 100 people at SOE Live. We can totally out yell the EverQuest next crowd next year again,
Agreed.
and it will be awesome. Vanu smiles upon this stream. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us on. It's this has been an experience. This is another first for me. Is this doing anything podcast wise? So everybody that wants to come out, start saving. Hey, you got a whole year. Start now, because you won't regret it. It's worth every penny.
Agreed. Agreed.
I heard there's this community show that goes on Wednesdays, Hamma.
Oh, really? Wow. What is that? I'm not really sure what that is. Could you explain a little bit more?
I heard about it down the grapevine.
Oh,
I'd
yeah?
appreciate if you'd vine it on your Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you could vine like a. Just go ahead.
It's the AGN RCCCCCCCC hashtag.
TRG versus GOTR. TRG
I think
VS.
we're just relabeling it PlanetSide 2 Community Clash. I think we're good with that.
It's time for a rebranding.
Anyway, yes. Like he was saying, be sure to tune into PlanetSide 2, AGN, ReachCast, PlanetSide 2, Community Clash,
Jesus Christ.
TRG versus GOTR next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, right here on this channel. Be sure to tune in. And if you didn't see last week's, it's up on YouTube at youtube.com/PSU Media.
And it's also at the
And,
ReachCast.
Yep, it's also on the ReachCast YouTube channel, which I don't know off the top of my head, so I'm looking like a complete loser right now.
ReachCast Media.
ReachCast.
Okay, youtube.com/ReachCast Media. It's out there too. So be sure to check that out. We want your feedback on that show too. We really do, because it's all about it's a community effort. We really want to see what you guys want to see out of the show. And if you see something you don't like Torkz or something like that, just let us know.
Whoa.
Get rid of him.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead and just get rid of him and replace him with
What a
I don't know,
dick.
maybe just his dog could just be on the
What?
screen.
Yes.
Man, it's a rough crowd. Jesus.
Oh man.
Do we have can the Reach Cat and the dog cast get together and do a podcast? Because that would be awesome.
Priceless.
We could make another Higby interview with a cat. That'd be amazing, but I just don't know the time.
Priceless.
All right.
Anyway,
Did you have any last thoughts?
I don't have any last thoughts.
I
so,
have last thoughts. I think shout out to SOE for doing a great SOE Live this year, and to many more in the future, and all that good jazz.
All
You guys
that
did an
good
awesome job.
shenanigans.
Keep it up. Love the venue and the change of scenery. And it was good. Can't
Good
wait.
stuff.
Can't
Get
wait to
some
meet
more bars
more
next
people.
year at the pool. That's all I care.
Yeah, more bars at the pool.
I agree with that. We need more bars.
Beer, all the things.
All the beers. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for tuning in here today. It was an awesome broadcast, and I think we had some really good discussions. And be sure to check us out next Wednesday, as I was saying, and check me out as well next Friday on Friday Night Ops. Peeperz will actually not be there next week, so you guys all have to deal with my shenanigans. That's going to be a little bit scary. I'm a little bit scared by that, but I don't know.
I'm
how
not
that's
going to be
go.
watching.
She's
so.
gonna hide. She's gonna hide in the closet somewhere and not watch. Pretend like it's not happening. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll try and put the recording to this up on YouTube at some point. Unfortunately, the video got split in half, which
Fun.
forces me into having to edit video, which I hate doing for large videos. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Thanks again for tuning in. We will catch you next time here on the Araxis Global Network.